What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm very excited to share with you guys that our first College Football 26 Dynasty Rebuild series on the channel is going to be the Hawaii Warriors. Now, the Hawaii Warriors are a team that have a lot of meaning on this channel. Last year, we did a Hawaii Warriors rebuild, just like a one-off type video. It was one of my favorite rebuilds we did, one of the most challenging rebuilds we did last year. Before that, we did a modded PC Madden franchise where our star player, the fan favorite, one of the most popular quarterbacks we've had in this channel's history, Colt Brennan, was incredibly fun. Very great story, great storytelling we could do with that. He's arguably the most famous player that Hawaii's ever produced. So a lot of ties there, and I am happy to try my best over the next X amount of seasons to bring Hawaii back to the levels of those Colt Brennan teams. The best offense in all of college football. Let's take them up conferences. Let's take them into the college football championship. Let's make the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors national champions. Now, no disrespect to Jimmy Chang, former quarterback at Hawaii, but we're going to be going with our own guy. Now we got to decide our backstory. I was thinking motivator originally, but the caveat with motivator is, you're going for player development. If our roster's not particularly good and we're not going to be landing a whole bunch of star and elite dev trait players, I feel like the end game of a motivator coach, that's going to take a little bit to get to. Tactician makes sense because this is unlike a Madden rebuild. In a Madden rebuild, you really want to suck early. Get a bunch of good draft picks so that year 4, year 5, year 6 of that rebuild, you are ready to compete for a Super Bowl. You want to do the exact, not necessarily the exact opposite, but you want to start very, very fast in college football. Because the more you lose, the more your school grades suck, and you just are stuck in the mud. You're not making any progress with your team. So tactician, getting us and giving our players all those on-field boosts, like +2 to throw power, +2 to catching, all, etc., etc. That could be valuable in winning those games early. I think we got to go vanilla here. I think we have to just, at the end of the day, we got to recruit. And I think especially with how overpowered the transfer portal is, even though we're not going to be the big dogs early on, you have to dominate the transfer portal, and recruiter will give us the best chance. Standing at 7 feet tall, 285 pounds from parts unknown, he's a situational strategist with an intense demeanor from the pipeline of Hawaii, UNLV, Pat Phoenix. Now, shout out the guy that reached out and said, hey, if you're doing Hawaii, go with the San Jose State run-and-shoot offense over Hawaii's run-and-shoot offense for a little bit better formations and passing attack. So I said, yes, sir, I will do that. Shout out to you if you're watching. So we're about to sign a 4-year contract. We want to get back like the mid to late 2000s for Hawaii. 11-3 bowl game, 12-1, 10-4. Since then, you got hot a little bit there, but for the most part, it has been a very disappointing franchise and team in the world of college football. And over the next 4 years, we're going to take them to heights they can only dream of. I also might as well share quickly our Dynasty settings. Now, this is our first Dynasty series, so as we continue throughout this game and do more and more rebuilds, more and more series, I'm sure we're going to fine-tune our settings. And when people smarter than me come up with really good set of sliders, I always like to at least entertain, because a lot of times they're right. But here are going to be our base settings for this first rebuild. We're going to be on Heisman. We're going to have Coach XP at normal, injury on, manual progression XP, penalty at 0. You are not dictating and punishing me for spending my player XP that I earn. No, thank you. We will show some self-restraint. We're not going to just make everybody as fast as humanly possible. Because we're going to be playing the moments, I feel like 12-minute quarters, 15 minimum play clock with accelerated clock. I feel like that's, you could even have this at 10. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it at 10, but I just feel like you get a good amount of stats, good amount of sim stats with a 12-minute play the moment quarters. So that is what we're going to start with. For our wear and tear, mostly buffs to make it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more impactful. Everything by normal is default 50. We're going to have hit stick impact at 60, 55 for cut stick, 60 for defender tackle advantage impact. So it's basically the bigger the player, the bigger the hit. 55 on impact block. We are going to go bump up slightly between quarter recovery, the halftime recovery, the week-to-week recovery, and the in-game healing reserve pool, just to compensate a little bit with how the buffs that we're taking and approaching. I feel like that's a pretty healthy balance. Big topic for debate. Transfer portal. We got to get this right. I'm not saying I got the right answer. I'm saying that this and these slider settings have been money and giving me the best experience possible. We're going to keep it default on max transfers per team at 20. I know a lot of people might want to like knock that down to 15 or so. But I looked at the Hawaii Warriors. They lost almost 20 players in the portal last year. So this is realistic. So if we're going to get smashed, we'll, take as the game intended and get smashed for 20 players. I'm actually going to make it more challenging for the CPU players to hit the transfer portal. I feel like default for both these is 55, and I feel like at 55, there's just too many top-end guys consistently going. Like, I've done enough Dynasty. There's probably not too many people that have played more Dynasties, different starting points, going year one, that loop over and over again than I have. And the amount of times that you see Arch Manning, DJ Lagway, Colin Simmons, Dylan Stewart, Jeremiah Smith, all these guys hit the transfer portal is very common. I think that should happen. That could happen. But when it does happen, it should be insane. It should be like something that you will remember for the rest of your life because it's like a once-in-a-lifetime transfer portal. That happens more often than not. That's the norm. I don't love it. I felt at 55, instead of getting like those 6 players, you might only get like 3 of those. But even then, I think you could potentially make this a little bit harder because, yeah, maybe you're going to hurt yourself as us in Hawaii at the available players in the transfer portal, but ultimately just want it a little bit more realistic, and if that ends up being more challenging, so be it. Now, my hot take, default user-player transfer chance is 55. I think it's broken at 55. I think a lot of settings in college football game last year as well is like it's almost like they design it for people that exclusively play dynasties with like 4- and 5-star programs, because I do think it needs to be high for the the likelihood of your team players trying to hit the transfer portal when you're like the Georgias and Ohio States and your depth are clearly guys that would start on 90% of teams in the country and they're not getting playing time. They should hit the transfer portal. However, when you're doing a 1- and 2-star program and you have, it almost feels like they have to send 20 of your players, and if you have anybody good, they are almost likely going to the transfer portal. Again, it's much like the fun players. I think if that happens, you have like almost a death penalty period. That's fine if it happens sometimes. But the fact that it's every single offseason, you are getting like death penalty level of transfers at base 55. If you're on a small school program, like you're going to lose half your team that are like 60s and 70s because of championship contender. Like they want to be competing for national titles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just super unrealistic. But I feel like at 38, when you still have good players, I just did a Vandy rebuild where like I had a homegrown sophomore star dev safety that I was like, oh my God, this guy's the best guy in my defense. With 38, he's still like the prime candidate. If he plays well, he's gone. Any guys that flirt with the 90s that are underclassmen, if you're on a small school team, they're at least hitting the portal and you have to try to persuade them. So I feel like 38 is a great spot, but I do think over the next little bit, finding like a meta for the ideal transfer portal settings, we got to figure it out as a community. Take a look at our schedule. We got Stanford, Arizona to start the season. Week 0, week 1. Probably big dogs in both those games. But first 5 games are at home. And that is something we have to do. We have got to make Hawaii one of the best home field advantages in college football. I think it should be in real life, like the jet lag and the travel that it takes to go to Hawaii. If you can get a winning program, make that a hostile environment, like it has all the makings. We got the brand new stadium in this game as well in College Football 26. Can't wait to get a shot of that. I mean, the potential is certainly there. Look at the rest of our Mountain West games. I mean, it's a tough schedule. While, UNLV's not too bad. They just got the Michigan transfer at quarterback. San Diego State's, they can usually run the football really well. Colorado State's not bad. Fresno State's not. I mean, we were 5-7 last year. I would love to finish above 500 as my goal this season because, again, it's year 1. We have got to start winning some games so we can improve all the facilities and all the school grades and get this rebuild going. But this is a tough schedule. Let's quickly meet the team here for the Hawaii Warriors. Work our way back as the quarterback's the most important spot. Special teams are relatively solid, but I'm already annoyed that I'm going to have to spend recruiting hours at some point in time on a punter. One thing I did notice, kind of quickly looking over this team, not a lot of speed on Hawaii. In the secondary, we were led by Peter Manuma, the senior from Iwa Beach, Hawaii. Impact dev trait, 2-star. I mean, pretty good player. I don't know the state of our linebackers, but he's like one of those dudes we might want to, I don't know, that 80-man coverage, 82 zone coverage, probably the best coverage on the team. Like, he's also a guy, I think, with that 90 pursuit, decent tackling. We could even consider him as a candidate for the sub-linebacker spot. Free safety room, again, not particularly fast. Fastest guy is an 86. So that last line of defense, hopefully not a lot of foot races. We could struggle a little bit. And I mean, even then, I'm looking at the dev traits. Yikes. Lots of normals. Usually you get a couple sympathy impact devs. Like we got here with Deleon Freeman, the sophomore out of Detroit, Michigan. At least he has an impact dev trait. But again, look at the speed. 84 speed, 87 speed, 86 speed. I don't want to be a speed queen. And speed's the only thing that matters, as we have Elijah Palmer, a 5'8", 180-pound corner from Las Vegas, as our top dog. And I mean, 84, that's pretty good, I think, for a one-star program here to have. But man, oh man, outside of him, we better not go up against teams that have a lot of speed at wide receiver in the skill position. We are going to struggle. The linebacking core is kind of slow. LaFele, 77 speed. A little bit better at Mike with Logan Taylor, 83 speed, 87 acceleration for the senior out of Harbor City, California. But depth does not have a lot of speed, so we're going to have slow, like a terrible kickoff team. Like, we have no gunners. Otis at linebacker looks solid, 82 speed, 89 acceleration. We also have Jalen Smith. So both those guys, we're absolutely going to have to find a way to get them on the field at the same time. Defensive line certainly is a work in progress. I'm very surprised it's a 71 defense. Like, the defense, this is the strength of this team. With all due respect, like, we got to get some dudes in the gym. Jermichael Powell here with 86 speed. Love seeing that for the sophomore. Our 4 starting D tackles are all about to be one and done, as they are seniors. And we got 270 pounds. 265. This is high school. Defensive ends, Elijah Robinson, 82 overall. We have Jackie Johnson, not too bad. Noah Willie, got a little bit of juice there. 80 speed, 86 acceleration. Normal down. Let's see some good skill caps. Oh, brutal skill caps. Look at this. We have our first star def. What? Wyndon Ho'ohuli? Former 4-star with a star def. So that transfer. Got to be a transfer, right? Oh, man, we're only getting him for 1 year. It's the kind of guy I can build and start a dynasty around. You thought our defense wasn't great? Well, just you wait for our O-line. At least we got a little bit more strength here with 54 speed. Any speed rushers are going to absolutely eat his lunch. Piahopa. You know, I'm a Canadian. Let's have fun with these names, people. Impact to have Junior, but he is already getting hit with a deal breaker, so that's sick. I hate the playing style deal breaker, man. It's championship contender as well. On these small school teams, championship contender and play style are like, it's like all Madden cheese. Where like it's just designed to screw your team over. Like, it makes no sense in a lot of cases. But yeah, pretty not happy with this offensive line, if I'm being honest with you. And I think absolutely we could recruit 5 deep for this first recruiting cycle, looking for all new starters on the offensive line. For the tight end room, speed is also not necessarily prevalent, which is kind of rough, but we have Saliva hitting that saliva. Let's go. Probably not how I pronounce it, but it sounds like something else, so we're going to go with it. I was expecting, before I looked at this roster, you know, some good speedsters for Hawaii. Now we have Kason Gallimore, 6'3", with 90 speed, 91 acceleration. He's a 61 overall, so he's a long ways to go. Brandon White, the elusive runt runner from Cincinnati, Ohio, the junior, 92 speed, 94 acceleration, 91. So that guy there's potentially poised for a big season as our gadget player. Jackson Harris, the sophomore, 6'3", 74 overall. That's relatively like a very impressive player. 3-star with an impact dev. Was he a transfer from like Stanford or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm. Ashlock, a wide receiver, very productive player. IRL was, I remember him from our last year's Hawaii rebuild. He was very, very good. Hopefully he does not hit the transfer portal and plays a full cycle, gives us a full 2 years, because I think he's a chance to be a very special player. 91 speed, 92 acceleration at 6'2", gives you that little bit of height, weight, speed. Still has plenty of room to go on these skill caps over these next 2 seasons. Transfer portal pending. So I'm excited to see him potentially hit his ceiling and be an absolute game changer for us. But I couldn't have drawn this up any better. Our wide receiver 1 for Hawaii, out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Nick Sedical. Let's go. From one Canadian to another, we are going to throw so many interceptions trying to force him the football, even if he's not open. Base skill set, I mean, his rating's a little bit inflated with that 88 awareness. I'd rather that 84 overall be based off of, you know, elusiveness, maybe some a little bit more route running. But even, hey, 90 short route running, 91 medium route running, 84 release, 87 catching, 88 catching traffic, 88 spectacular catch. Definitely not a burner by any means, but there's a player there. Happy to know that the run and shoot will employ a fullback. I'm going to have fun with that one. That's all I'll say. Maybe not necessarily Corey Reisner, as someone that truly despises anybody that spells Corey with an E. But the running back, whoa. A Canadian wide receiver and a white running back on Hawaii. Is this team made for me? Even though I am more enamored with Barfield and the speed that he has, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, also offers some kick return ability, also has some fantastic available skill caps if we can hit that. Now, he is a junior, and he's a good-looking junior, which means deal breaker city. He really wanted to go to Hawaii to make it in the NFL as a running back, huh? That's on you and your agent, okay? That's not on me. But there's a very good likelihood that we potentially lose him, so we might just want to run him into the ground with that speed and burst, but also white running back, Landon Sims. Now, I need to actually get a picture of him because there's a chance. I mean, we've seen some pretty harsh, if you don't have a player scan, builds in this game. But again, skill caps look on point. Outside of that, I can only get him 1 speed bar faster. Now, I was thinking in the quarterback room, we were going to be going easily with Micah Alaheda. He was our starting quarterback in our Hawaii Dynasty rebuild last year. And I remember that he developed into quite the player. Looking at it here, pretty decent skill catch, but it's the athleticism. 87 speed, 89 acceleration. We all know me, I panic and always constantly need to throw on the run. And he certainly has a skill set to kind of facilitate that. But then I saw this guy, our guy, Demarcus Davis, a 4-star UCLA transfer, 6'5", buck 87. Star dev trait. Deal breaker's not play style. Deal breaker's not championship contender. Deal breaker's not pro potential. It's playing time, and boy, oh boy, buddy, you're going to get that here. Now, the skill caps aren't perfect, right? Quickness one's great. Like, we can make him into a true dual threat with, you know, some decent caps there for quickness and elusiveness. IQ's a bit of a bummer, you know, where we may need to look at some aspects of our coaching, because, again, could play the long game here with Davis as a freshman. We could get 4 years, and if we do get those 4 years, we may want to look at getting the perks that when he levels up and has a chance of improving his skill cap, because, you know, the awareness is going to be a little bit of a problem. I mean, what is awareness of the day? We're playing every single game. Hopefully it doesn't butcher him in the sim. He already has 90 throw power. 4 points available. You know, you wish that was always better, that chance of getting him 99 throw power. But the fact that he's at 90, I think that rating's so weird because his strength is really low. Like, I would assume spending 4 more points on power, that could take him well above 95 throw power, which at the end of the day is kind of all you need. We only have 3 bars of accuracy. So it's, again, not the best role, especially if we kind of view him as a long game quarterback, because we're likely going to be hitting those skill caps within the next, you know, by the time he's at least a junior. But very, very nice quarterback option day one for us here in Hawaii. Now, the transfer portal is rough. This is very much going to be a mix of, can we find if 2-star gems are a thing, with also picking at scraps for 3 stars. Like, a good 3-star gem's probably the best expectation for there's just no way with 450 hours, probably even less when we get in season, that we're going to have a chance to, you know, deviate for any 4 stars. Maybe come transfer portal time at the end of the season, but right now we have got to find good 3s and 2s. I don't even really want to get any 2s, to be honest with you. And because I know people are going to ask, last year the big bummer was, for whatever reason, you would have players from Hawaii that's deal breaker would be like proximity to home, which made no sense. Like you should have maybe even the biggest proximity to home advantage for these players from Hawaii. That does not seem to be an issue, at least initially here in year one. Seems like all the good players from Hawaii, including a top 10 player. Oh, that would have been nice to go get. It's like realistic things like brand exposure and championship contender. Before we build our actual recruiting board, we need to talk about our coach abilities. You know, with the recruiter background and through the power of the EA pre-order, we had a couple points here that we could flush out, and we're going to be 3 of 4 in wide receiver, tight ends, O-line, DBs, and D-line. So it's going to give us less time to fully scout them, which we need with our very incredibly limited hour budget. It's going to give us increased starting interest. But more importantly, I just want that tier 3. I think a lot of our work's going to be done during the transfer portal, especially if our recruiting cycle, it's going to be a challenge to get the 3 stars. I think with the anticipation that we're not going to be that bad. We're going to look like a promising program by the end of this year one. We're going to have a chance to rattle and roll there in the transfer portal. So I think I'm going to try, as we gain points, to just get 3 of 4 on linebackers and running backs as soon as I can. Not so worried about quarterback because we have Davis, but eventually we'll get there as well. Now, there are 3 things to note on how I decided to build our initial recruiting board, and also how I brought it from 31, which there's no way we'd have the hours to even have fun with that, down to 19. Number 1 is they have to be part of our pipeline. We just aren't going to have the hours budget when we get in season to deal with expensive visits. Because of the new location-based visit and recruiting system, guys that are part of your pipeline are going to cost 10, 15, 20 hours to bring in for a visit, if you decide that's something you want to do as part of the recruiting process. Whereas if we're recruiting players outside of our pipeline, they could cost 40 hours. We just don't got that budget. Number 2 is, for the most part, everybody on this list, we are within their top 5 starting interests, so we just don't have to waste hours trying to gain ground. I mean, eventually, we're going to probably want to get aggressive, maybe year 2, year 3, and chase after some absolute game changers. But right now, our priority, year 1, is roster overhaul. We got to find more talent at literally every single position. We're casting a wide net. So let's get, they're not necessarily layups, but let's give us a best chance. Number 3 is the big one. And it's the number 1 reason how I got, a lot of players that even had us as their first, second, or third school. And I kicked them off our list based off of their deal breaker. Taking a look at Logan Curl here. His deal breaker's playing style. In my opinion, that is the most frustrating. I don't want to deal with a deal breaker in this game. I think it's the most broken deal breaker in this game. I say broken as if you've watched all of the college football content you probably have consumed on YouTube and you think, man, the transfer portal's a little too cheesy, a little too overpowered. I see Arch Manning, DJ Legway, Colin Simmons, Dylan Stewart, Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. All these guys are consistently entering the transfer portal. I think the reason why is that it's the playing style deal breaker, which, let's just tune that a little bit. It's very frustrating, especially if you have a player that falls into it, and you got to deal with it, and you got to try to, up your stats and all that. It's just an absolute pain in the ass. So what I'm looking for is playing time deal breaker, because 1, playing time, if you're good, get on the field. It's going to play you. But 2 is in relation to my scouting and recruiting tips and tricks video. Because not only, in my opinion, is playing time one of the more manageable deal breakers, just get them on the field, get some snaps going, but if you paid attention to my recruiting video, tips and tricks, it was a tip and trick in college football 25, carries over to 26, the playing time grade is in relation to that player's overall to your current roster. So if you're getting A+, A-, B+, B, these are going to be guys that are going to either be immediate upgrades as true freshmen, or in my opinion, at worst, they are going to compete for a starting spot in training camp. So I don't have an entire 19 out of 35 targets, all A pluses. Sometimes we just need to make up numbers, but that was certainly a tiebreaker in refining this list. So taking a look at our initial recruiting, we're going 19 targets, and with our very limited hours budget, that is certainly a combination that's not going to blow up in our face come week 8, week 9 of the regular season. I'm going to lose my mind about why we didn't just hone in on a smaller recruiting board. We're going 19 because why not? And with that mentality, why not? We're going to chase 1 4-star, 1 kind of unrealistic, but I mean, look, Maliau Toto sounds like a guy that might defy odds and go to Hawaii. I wanted to bring in a running back. There was no running back that were, fitting the 3 things I was looking for, which is a part of our pipeline, which Toto is. that we had in like their top 5, even top 10 schools. There was not one that was in that also had decent speed, like not low 80 speed and or playing style deal breaker that I just absolutely don't want to deal with. So I was like, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. We'll chase after Toto. It's a Hail Mary. It's unlikely we'll get him. If we miss out on him, it's not the end of the world. But if we do get him, he can at least be like the headliner from this class. The rest of the players are just positions in need that were 3-star minimum, and we were their first choice for a lot of them. It's pretty self-explanatory. Wide receivers with the position that I spent most of my hours kind of refining, and Reese was the best of the bunch. You're going to notice in College Football 26, I'd say wide receiver, linebacker, corner to a degree, and safety. They're just slower across the board, a lot slower. There were so many wide receivers that had A-plus playing time. So like that would indicate they're going to be a good rating, and they were just so slow. I didn't want to deal with it. So Reese was the best of the bunch, 5'9", 201. He's a gadget player, 87 speed, 90 acceleration. Catching could be better than 72, but like everything else is well-rounded. Spec catch, short running, medium route running, deep route running. He has 89 throw power. Now, I haven't really had a whole lot of experience with gadget types. I've been more so chasing the speedsters in my rebuilds. I don't know if that 89 throw power is like a glitch because he's a wide receiver. Like, do they show the throw power because he can run Wildcat? Like, 89 throw, like, he might be a corner. I might just move him to QB, honestly. Everything else, I mean, going across the offensive line, we have Eddie, who were not his first school, but he was one of the few gems that we were able to scout. So we're going to try to chase that down, especially if there's a better chance of him having a higher depth trait. But for the most part, a lot of these guys in the trenches, I'm just going after them because we are their #1 school, and I need to add bodies at these positions. We have our second gem, Brian Mendez, the pass rusher out of Texas. We are his 6th school, so that's going to be a little bit of a jump, but you want to try to chase down as many gems as you can, and that is going to be our plan. Linebacking core, I said again, it's one of those positions. They're slow guys. So we have Pineda and Shockey. We're both their #1 schools, and they had over 80 speed, which is good enough for me for the time being. In the secondary, I was just chasing after speed. We have Trevon Ellington, 90 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 change of direction, 87 agility, 76 press. He's 6'2", so a little bit of height, weight, speed. And then we have Monty Gossett, 6'3", with 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 89 agility, 75 zone. I'm in. I'm absolutely in. Give me some athletes. So for the preseason of week 1, our entire board, we are now the #1 school. We have enough players to, we're going to start with 15 hours. I'm going to try to compete with casting that wide net. And we're not falling behind any schools, so we'll see how long we can maintain. And potentially see if we have to pivot. Toto, we did not scratch into his top 10. I thought that was a possibility. We're going to hit him with Send the House, 50 hours, and we're just going to see if we can make a little bit of a run for it. But looking at the top end of that chart, I mean, nobody really messing around with a lot of those teams. Tail of the tape for our week 0 matchup against Andrew Luck and Frank Reich, Stanford Cardinal. Frank Reich, Colts head coach, was the Eagles OC when they won the Super Bowl. He's the head coach there. Andrew Luck's the GM of Stanford. They're turning that program around. They have an 11-point overall advantage, but we're at home, and we can't start this with it out. Let's play some moments. Of course, defense. One thing I'm going to learn is the stunts. Once we actually have players that are probably capable of running it, the stunts are going to be overpowered. But until then, we're going to be just hoping and praying we can find some defensive stops along the way. Oh my God, just got decleated. I did put Manuma, our very nice safety. He's going to be our user linebacker. Much as I love to just use your D lineman. We need to try to give our guys as much of a chance as possible. Oh, we got baited. Bubble! He recovered it? Who got it? Dang. I need that. Wow, man. They have so much advantage on the line. It's like everything's pancakes. We had IHOP. Everything's pancakes up front. Look, of course we don't even get a chance to hop it on offense. Sick. Let's go. Right. Single. Look, you got the stupid Stanford tree. The ultimate distract. My eyes can't help but look at it. I'm supposed to decide, make the right read on the quarterback there. And then I'm just looking at this monstrosity of a tree monster standing in my end zone. We haven't had one opportunity to take the ball on offense. This is unbelievable. Here we go. Watch this be 3rd and a mile. 3rd and 7. It's like, hey, how about you throw a Hail Mary? Single. Get ready. I don't know if we're winning any games this year. What you guys are doing? You guys do anything cool on the week? Jesus Christ. Get me in, coach. Now it's just about getting me some rhythm. Give me full drives here. There we go. Boom. Saiva. That Maui Wowie. 3rd and 4. We get the speed bounding back here. Barnfield. One of the fastest players on our team. Able to make a nice cut. And we are not getting shut out here. Give the fans something. Great run. Great blocking, finally. Oh my God. We've had, what, 2 offensive moments? You gotta go for it on 4th and 2. Nothing to lose at this point. How are we getting the batted down balls, man? If we had like a 5'10 QB, I'd get it. He's 6'5". He's prototype. Shout out Tim Mallow for getting the pick in this one. Well, that's what we like to see. Hopefully he wasn't watching the Stanford game. Toe-to-toe will make the jump. Not from his top 10. We're now in his top 5. Yes, Tim Mallow. Week 0. Represent. I think it'd be said very much like the Stanford game. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get into some Mountain West play. Another chance. Give our fans something. Be proud about. Boom. 3rd down. Let's go. 3rd and 8. One of these days, we're going to get a 3rd and 1. 3rd and inches. Just run the hammer. Senecal in the slot. Ashlock deep. So it's like, if the blitz comes, I'm screwed. Here we go, 3rd and 11. Finally, favorable down and distance for the defense. Can I also get that long? How come he got steamboats? Good job, D, getting out the field. Now we get a nice little drive here. It's not getting thrown to the wolves. 3rd and long. Let's show these guys how we work. Slot bunch. Always want to be testing Ashlock. Deep. Senecal at the sticks. Throw it to him. He's always open. There we go. Screen pass. Oh, decleated. Let's go 6-6. I mean, probably could have stayed on her feet. You know what? But this time, we're so shell-shocked from last week. A first down. Just get down. Don't mess it up. Now, not where we want to be. 3rd and 10 on this drive that we do not want to stall out. Zedical, what a grab. Gets the separation. The connection with him and Davis. Money. Unfortunately, it's half Canadian money, which is worthless. But they're throwing loonies and tonies at one another. Finally, something little easy and cheap over the middle. This has been a drive. This has been a drive that says, you know what? We could do this. On Heisman, maybe. We get more favorable situations, unlike Stanford, where every time it's like, hey, 3rd and 10, make a miracle happen. What a drive. We get White Lightning there in the backfield. Landon Sims puts it away, and Hawaii have a lead. All right, defense gets stopped. Kind of a lot of nothing going on there. Give me that. Maybe be a little more aggressive. Let's hawk that a little bit, but the defense stands. Hold Arizona for a field goal. And now, a chance. Red zone opportunity before the end of the first half. 1st and 10. Let's see it, Sims. Looks for contact. Third and 4. Here we go. We'll go Barfield right out of the backfield. Not the best throw, but the kind of play and yardage we need. Now we got the clock rolling. We control our destiny. With a score at halftime, we're just going to go with Sims. Arizona just gassed, wants to get out the field. Oh, was it even Sims? Barfield? We got so many weapons, it doesn't matter. Everybody's eating today. They're down. Yes, sir. Slants. Yes, sir, coach. I'll try to get Ashlock involved a little bit. It's been quiet for him. Oh, my God. All right. That was a race to the quarterback. Oh, touchdown scored. Now we got to come back on defense to prevent a full momentum swing to Arizona. Oh, but this is 3rd and 20. I can't mess this up. Yep. Spoke too soon. Worried about that speed in our secondary. Get out of here. Huge DFL. Great pursuit. Hungry Dogs got to eat. Hungry Dogs run faster. This defense wants to hold them to a field goal and make this a tie ball game. 3rd and goal. We got Powell, the strongest D lineman of the team. And what are we doing, fellas? Wide open, uncontested. And that was the end of us getting fun moments. Get me out. Tap me out. 4th down. This guy be likely just chuck it to Ashlock. 6'2", our fastest receiver. Oh, let's go! We bring back in Sims. He gets his 2nd score. And there's still a little pulse for Hawaii in the 4th quarter. Can we get a little magic? Still a little early to go onside. We got to trust the moments here. It's going to be playing defense. No. Oh. Oh. Man. At least it was quick. Quick and painless. Oh, man. I mean, at least they didn't just, run the football all game. They're just doing it now because this would have been a long game. Fellas, come on. See ball, get ball. Hat on a hat. Oh, nice PBO on the outside. We'll go blitz again, just in case they try to run it. We got one. If they were smart, they'd try to get this on the ground and make us burn a timeout. No. There's always next week. Go smother him. I don't want to say. I don't want to jinx it. As soon as I've got a little bit positive, something just terribly blown happens on the defense. Like, oh, look, we might get a chance, and there's someone wide open in the end zone. So let's. Oh, we got pressure. Oh, what are they gonna go? 4th and goal. Are they gonna give us a chance? I know if this was me, I'd shank it. Touchdown, 2-point conversion in play for Hawaii. We just need to run the, Classic staple of this channel. Fuck it and chuck it offense. Take a flag, doesn't matter. No, we had to think about it. We need the QB, you know, let him charge the arm up a little bit. I mean, we just, you know, these are always going to be 2 L's. Just get them out of the way. Week 3, we get the Sam Houston Bearcats coming to town, and this is finally an opponent that's, like, in the same area of the food chain that we are here in the world of college football. So let's hope for a competitive game and really a realistic shot at our first win of the season. Play the moment, Sam Houston. Can I get an opening drive? Oh, come on. Give me one that's like, hey, set the tone. Not, let's put you in a panic position. 3rd and 5. Watch the running back here. We go quick throw, but it is... That's where you need a little home cooking. All right, opening drive, field goal for Sam Houston, but now we have an opportunity in the red zone to do some damage. Davis at court. We're still looking for, what, our first passing touchdown of the year. Do we have one yet? Like, every time we've got close, just red zone, feed the running back, feed the beast, feed White Lightning. We're going to go White Lightning again. He's wide open. Second and 4, Senecal in the slot around the slant. I'm looking at maybe Saiva, Mr. Maui Wowie, right there at the sticks. Oh, come on. Third and 4. Seneca, let's see that 90-plus route running show up here on tape. Oh, yeah. We're in a situation, man. It's just clear and obvious. Run the football. Might have to wait a little bit longer for that passing touchdown. But at this point, we got to win. Third down, defense. 3rd and 10. Oh, man, third and 10. I don't even think he's a dual threat quarterback. You know, one of those schools can't even afford to put the names on the back of the jersey, and they're leading 10-7. Let's be honest, Sam Houston, you're not the kind of program that can pull that whole, you play for the name on the front of the jersey, not the back of the jersey. You're Sam Houston. Now we're coming in wild situation here. 3rd and 8. We have crossed midfield. One of coach is thinking maybe 4-down territory, depending on what I can give him. We're going to go to Senecal, who's just absolute playmaker. Touchdown Hawaii. I don't even get the play. It doesn't matter. Points are being scored. Deficit still intact. Down 3, 3rd and 9. Go right bumper. See, maybe peel out there a little bit. Oh, points Hawaii. I'm getting showed up by my sim team. Ooh. Senecal? Oh, it's out to the races. And there's the shot play. Eventually, we're going to get back to that Colt Brennan air raid style. There's a sneak preview. And he hits the Heisman. The Canadian Heisman. And that guy. What's he on? Look at that. First deep ball. of the series. Money. We got another third down, and they're trying to press Ashlock this time. Do we go to the well? That safety's got aggressive. Oh, I think the O-line gave us another half second. I think Ashlock had a step. A big play there. Another third down. Field goal range, don't want to take a sack. Any points are valuable right now. Got him. Oh, no. We got to watch that safety. You know what? Let's go for a 4th down, 4th and 8. No man's land. Don't trust the kicker. We've had success with a deep ball. Oh, they just... Hey. Whatever. No turnovers. Get another chance. Ooh, love coach wanting to go for this on 4th 2 midfield. Let's go something easy here with the mesh. Tight end, got him. Got a step. Butterfingers. That cost us a field goal there. But game response, team responds. Red zone opportunity. Points here are huge. Gives us that touchdown insurance. O-line gassed. Man, just like... I'm looking at Ashlock. Want to get Ashlock involved. And, like, you can't even throw the anticipation. We don't have time to even do that. All right, let's field goal. First field goal attempt. That's a little fast for still being the home team. There we go, baby. Clutch. Another third down. Sam Houston gets the field goal. It's important. Move this, get another first down. Ashlock. Hey, here we go. Call his name, call his number. First down. Huge game. 386 yards. Now, this is definitely one of those teams. Don't go worry about records. Colt Breton, I imagine. Got a lot of those locked up for the foreseeable future. But it's something to build towards. Time to put this game away. Got it. Seneca. Over. Dub. Warriors. Hit the anthem. Oh, Canada. I don't know the French version, even though we learned it in school. Ooh, chance to run the score up. Absolutely. Ashlock, get him on the board. Build that confidence. Over 400 yards for Davis. Huge confidence boost after those first 2 nightmare games for the freshman transfer. That's what we need, fellas. First win in the books. That does not look like a 7-footer, coach. About 45-29. Davis, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Shows the potential. Look at that. Flawless. No picks. I mean, accuracy, you know, is what it is. Not going to nitpick. Our run game was complimentary. We got Sedical going, the Canadian, with a hat trick. Ashlock got going. These are the two dudes our offense needs to run through them. And on the defensive side of the ball, a couple sacks there. Let's get some confidence. Palmer, top corner, gets a pick. Let's get these guys rolling on defense as well. Boom, level coach up. Second time a Hawaii Warrior has got a defensive player of the week. Elijah Palmer this time in that secondary. And Nick Sedical gets his first offensive player of the week, the first of many this season. Now with our coach points, we are going to get tier 3 of linebacker. And I think it's going to make the most sense to just continue to try to get to tier 3 in running back. Speaking on running backs, not time to jump off the toe-to-toe train. Still want to try to get that bell of the ball of our recruiting class. But Indiana has a lot of interest there. Florida's now in the, like, there's some big schools that, like, I just can't sabotage the rest of our board. Like, I just already don't have the hours. Like, the Tupu, trailing, probably gonna lose. Like, I'm not gonna have a visit. There's, you know, honestly, gone. Puente, maybe, but again, I got the Sam Houston visit. You know, the board is getting a little rattled right now, but we're still first place for most. I don't know how much longer with Toto. Like, you know, how much ground are we possibly going to gain sticking at 35 hours? I can't go back up to 50. Or can I? Why not? Can't lose this week. FCS. I've seen some L's on the timeline. Can't be one of them. Can't be the next victim. Ooh, shot play, Ashlock. They do not have that kind of speed in FCS. Got him. Oh, they didn't know what we were doing. Get exotic. Oh my God, wow, these guys both out wide. I might not be able to see before I snap the ball. I won't miss him being that wide open. There we go, White Lightning. Sims finishes that drive off. Let's see what the backups can do. See, maybe someone can impress us, move their way up the depth chart. Ooh, easy throw. Alaedo, get him involved. Get him his first touchdown of the year. We got to get Barfield on the field more, man. That is game-changing speed. White Lightning. Get off. Put yourself. I think with the start we had the first 2 games, we've earned the right to run the score up. Don't look now. Hawaii got momentum. 62-0. 2-game win streak's a 2-game win streak. Don't look at our schedule. Oh, nice. Smashing an FCS team has increased our brand exposure. I'm not going to gloat because level of competition, but player of the week, still player of the week for Ashlock. Coach level up to 5, so we are now able to attain that tier 3 in running back. Now, got to make the decision. Do we look at, you know, working our way through quarterback? Or do we sit on these points till level 10? Because we feel pretty good about Davis at QB. No real risk of him transferring. Sit on those points till level 10 and then start cashing in on some motivator to get that player development. Thinking, just wait. Let's bank these points. Did I mention I hate playing style? I mean, it's helping us get some hours. We're losing Gussett, Ellington. I mean, again, there's a chance that these guys can come back, but I'm all or nothing. You're either in or you're not in. All right. Peace out, fullback. And at least we can diversify these 45 extra hours. I think we re-diversify the 50. We'll go with the hard sell. C+, C+, C- is kind of, pick 'em. But we'll see if maybe that's enough to gain ground. Maybe just even go from third to second on his board. And now we have a rivalry game. Our first rivalry game of the season. It is known as the Battle for the Golden Screwdriver. This is Hawaii's most played rivalry series. The two teams have met 56 times, with Fresno State leading by 5. It is 30 wins Fresno State, 25 wins Hawaii, 1 tie. We are going to, hopefully, at minimum, break even, if not surpass Fresno State by the time this series is done and be the all-time leader in this rivalry. That golden screwdriver is mine, baby. 3rd and 10 coming in. Now, this is something I like. I love 3rd and 10. 3rd and long gives me a great chance to pin our ears back, get after the quarterback. It's not 3rd and short. Hopefully, there's not someone wide open in the middle of the field. Let's get some pressure. Let's play sticks. Keep it in front of us. Get off the field. Hawaii opening drive score, and we are now able to hop in here on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 8. Senecal in the slant. I don't want to just keep hitting you with slants, but we are going with coach play calling. All 3 of the play calls had some variation of a slant. We need a money play here. We need 8 yards. And we're going to throw to the running back. Keeps his feet in. What a play. Barfield, the speedster, our gadget player. I want to get him more involved. All right, we got Sims. More of a power. Even though we call him white lining, a little bit more of a power option. Second and 6, slot slant. Senecal on the slant. Primary read. Watch that safety. Hope we fire this right in front of him. It's lucky. 3rd and 6. Who wants it? Couple choice routes there. There we go. High to Ashlock. He wins the jump ball. Money. What a grab. Be able to throw that, not have it be picked, builds confidence in your pass game. All right, Fresno State does get on the board here, and at risk of letting them get all momentum, we're going to hop in on 3rd and 6. Let's bring a little bit of pressure here. Free safety fire. We got the blitzing more. See if we can time this right. Oh, they just go right quick. Good throw. Look at that little stadium ball. I'm proud of that. That little... It's a murmur at this point. It's on life support, but we get that little bit of Lowe's sponsored stadium pulse. Let's see it. Let's give these fans reason to get hype. Let's give these fans a reason to pack that stadium. And honestly, it starts with the defense. Offensively, we're not rolling per se, but we can get going on offense. The defense has been lacking. I think we start stacking some stops. We just gotta find our pocket. I don't know if this is a team that's gonna be good at zone. I don't know if this is a team that's gonna live and die by the blitz. I don't know if this is a team that really should be just running man. That is an outstanding tackle. And they have a decision to make here. 4th and inches. It's a rivalry game. It's for the golden screwdriver. You gotta be going for it. And this is where we need the stop. This is where we got to meet him in the trench. See if we can shoot this A-gap. Trust that he's not going to take, quick throw. Oh, let's go! Turnover defense! Ouch, and then I don't even get a chance on up. And we're right back. We got to find pleasure in getting defensive stops. and not determining our self-worth by getting the ball on offense and scoring points. Stops need to be as valuable. And that is 2 straight by this defense. Came to play. They want the golden screwdriver. All right, we're going to go a little bit of Texas here. Barfield, I said I want to get him involved more. We're going to watch that linebacker. But to a man, I like our athlete better. Oh, let's go. Red zone. Yes, sir. Minute to go. Would be so clutch to end this drive and end the first half with a touchdown. Oh, easy. I can't stress enough. Whether you're playing on Heisman, you play All-American, whatever, don't hold speed. When you get the football as a running back, if you're holding turbo, you're going to beat your blocks. You're going to outrun your blocks. Patience. Think you're Le'Veon Bell. Think you're peak Le'Veon Bell with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let your O-line get their blocking done, then explode. Pause. Pretty annoying, though, that with under a minute, Fresno State was able to get down into field goal range. And now we are on the receiving end of a decent drive by them here to start the second half. Oh, okay. A little bit of power. The running backs had a good game. Whoa, how about that? How about a little hit stick? Bend, don't break. Keep shooting those gaps. Keep shooting those gaps, baby! Make them earn it every inch. Strong safety blitz. We'll get him up here to help Phil. I'll need you way out there. Oh, he dropped. Let's go. That is the kind of fight. Oh, they're going for it again. Line it up. Oh, terrible. Come on, man. Do all that hard work, and that is what we bring up on 4th down. That is how we execute that. We're going to go for 2. Tied at 21. At least we get a nice red zone opportunity here. First and goal, we got Barfield. Again, just like getting the football here to the running back. What do we got here? Jet pass. Senecal. Okay. Could be the easiest touchdown Davis gets all year. Boom! Beauty! A little razzle-dazzle takes Fresno State by surprise. And Hawaii is back in the lead here. And it's, trending towards a shootout. Feel like we score, they score. This could be whoever has the ball last is going to win. That's the number one thing I got to find. Be it the portal, be it one of our recruits, I got to get me a dog that I can use her on the D-line. I just don't have a guy. There's not one guy that when I reliably, when I want to control, when I want to try, like, you know what, we haven't got near the quarterback, haven't sniffed him, let's take that in my own hands. I do not have a D-lineman right now that I trust. Surprise. 1-star prestige program. One of the worst rosters in the game. I don't have a great defensive lineman, but that is what we are missing. Man, too easy again. Got to be proactive, not reactive in the red zone. Oh, wow, turnover. Turnover, and we are 3rd and 9, looking to bail out the offense. Again, that can't happen. There's only one guy running for the sticks. That just can't. One dude was the only guy they're looking for. We had 4 guys standing around like, oh my god, they gave it to the one guy that ran forward? 4th and inches, get it to Senecal. It's fine, we just gotta respond. A little slip screen here. Kind of wish it was the other running back. Cross X drag. Oh, we ran this play yet. It's kind of funky. Need the O-line to hold up. Seneca looks good. Ashlock could be a quick, easy throw just to make it a manageable 4th down. We're 4 down territory. Or literally just get sacked before any of my guys can get open. Gotta take the points. Trust the defense. Have yet to miss a kick. Money. Come on, defense. Come on. This is the game. 3rd and 1. They go backwards. We get the ball back. Got both our linebackers blitzing. Get off your blocks! Everyone's running laps after the game. God damn it! Oh, actually, hey, we got a chance. Hey, you know what? If I can get this, maybe we're not running laps. Fresno State shockingly can't kill the game off. And they give us a chance. We're going to have time, right? No huddle. 15 seconds. I'm holding Y. Clock doesn't start. Come on, baby. Oh, get over. Okay, we got one more throw. A zillion Hamilton. First team all name. Oh, I wish it was like Madden and they would press us. I mean, Ashlock's our speed guy. But Barfield, have him be pass pro. This is it. Golden screwdriver on the line. We need magic. He doesn't even jump. Wet fart sound. Didn't even jump. Didn't give us a chance. Ball got there. Is there a golden screwdriver in game? Do they celebrate with the screwdriver? No. That's a shit loss. No another way to put it. Not a good loss as we lose championship contenders down to an F. Brand exposure down to a D. The dream is over. I thought our fun anyway in recruiting was going to come, transfer portal time. But it still stinks. Know that we tried and it failed. At least now we have 90 hours to kind of work with. Updates on everybody else. Reese is close to committing. We're in a great spot for Tahi. We're in a great spot for the gym, Eddie. Maybe we want to pick up the pace a little bit with Wellman. Ohio's right there. Harvard, we're in a great spot. Ramsey, we're in a great spot. Mendez has a week 7 visit from Texas State. So I just think because we have the hours, let's bring him in on a week 6 bye, and we will focus on playing time. That should give us enough juice there to kind of counteract that visit. Rivero, I mean, man, we're looking... You can get the punters on point. Okay, so we have Regis here at D-Tackle. Some competition there. Let's... you know what? Let's also bring him on week 6, and we will sell him on to playing time. And We'll DM. We'll slide in those DMs a little bit. I don't want to say it's the frustrating thing. The reality is, for us here in Hawaii, we've won the games we're supposed to win, and we've lost the games that are kind of tough. So at some point, we're going to need to man up here and kind of get an upset victory. But, you know, we got 1 and 2 Air Force. We have the Cutter Trophy, another rivalry game. Somewhat reasonably matched up here for the tail of the tape. Common thread here in these Hawaii rivalry games is Hawaii is not leading these series. They trail Air Force 14-8 for the Cutter Trophy. We're on the road, our first road game of the year. I mean, let's bring it. Last year, IRL, well, the last time they played was 2023. It was a Hawaii win, so we are looking to defend our Cutter Trophy. Boom, 3rd down. Let's go. Score some points. Big drive here. Big Mo. Direct snap to the running back. No turbo. Let the blocks do their job. 1st down. And then you don't let me finish the drive off? Stop the run. You know, that's what they want to do. Isn't Air Force like the most passy of the military schools, though? There you go. Great job. 4th and 5. Again, rivalry game. Ooh, we hold them to a field goal. Not bad. Thought they might go for it. Be a little more aggressive at home. But we will take the defensive stand. Oh, they actually went for it, even though they lied to me. Cool. Take the pitch. That looks like a fumble. Still waiting for a chance to come help the offense. Now they're going for it on 4th down. Still looking for a chance to come help the offense. So lame! Give me the ball on offense! I can put the ball in the end zone! Field goal, no chance! 4th and 10, the first time I've sniffed the ball off, we are going for it. I'm not scared by their stadium pulse. I wish we had a better play call. Lead the tight end. Oh, boom. Oh, he didn't call it. Okay. Forgot all my tight ends have 70 speed. We got another 4th down. Clearly they let me do this because they want me to go for it. They didn't have the ball suggest go for it, but they're like, hey, 4th down? Maybe you want to make a play here. A little higher for Senecal, but we get the ball there anyways. Cheese it with a little mesh. See if that gives our offense a little bit of spark here. Here we go. They're learning. Red zone. Davis. Touchdown. Warriors cut one back. Look, we're going to be respectful. We're going to salute them. Oh, so that's probably disrespectful in this scenario. Salute them for being terrible at football on that drive. Oh, big 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Need a stop here. Got to get the ball back. The offense has a chance to... I mean, they're in field goal range. Unless we can sack them. Oh, my... Oh, there we go. That's actually an outstanding pursuit. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Which is what we need. We need this turnover. They had a... If they liked their kicker, it should be a rough situation because, I mean, we'd have no chance. We get a turnover here. We can... We missed the extra point. Let's go. Turnover on downs. We have a chance. This is such a winnable game. Oh, Sedical. The Canadian. Oh, no. How are we not? Oh, let me see that replay. It would hit his hands. Oh, dude. Come on. Let's see if we can get him like a quick chain mover. 4th and 5. We're 4 down territory. We'll go for it. Oh, man, that would, I mean, DB was right on. That might not have been a touchdown. Might have been. All right, well, you know, we got them in 4th down again. They really hate their kicker. Do they even roster a kicker? How are you not attempting this just to win the game? Oh, he just pushed our line. You can't. Fumble! Oh, he pulled his ass! Did he recover it? I mean, you just... That's our worst loss. Had barely any moments. Couldn't capitalize. We lost to a team that literally couldn't kick field goals. And we got a second wave of our playing style. It's upsetting. What do we need for these tackles and guards for playing style? Pass yards per game. Offensive yards a game. I mean, if we can get hot, I'm not gonna, outright dump these guys off our board because, we put together maybe 2 strong games. There's a chance, but this is exactly why, and I'm getting rightfully punished. Cupcake team with playing style deep break. It's just a headache you don't want to deal with because it happens right now. And what if we have a couple good weeks and we get these guys back on board and they commit, and then next season they're signed on the team, and then it's like this. While they're on the roster, it's like, oh, I'm actually happy here. Oh, we go through a low point. Maybe you lose to a team that can barely throw the football forward, and they want to transfer. But there we go. We get the first commit of the series. The gadget playmaker, Oscar Reese, signs on. We also get the gem, Brian Mendez, pass rusher. Off our bye, we get Utah State, another very manageable opponent at home. Let's see if we can win in style, and get some of those playing style deal breakers back on the right side. All right, over to drive. We got Utah State going for it on 4th and 3. Is this another situation where they just don't love their kicker? I didn't know play the moments was giving me field goal defense. But maybe this is going to be enough pressure to get this kicker to miss. You got a little bit of the home. Oh, yeah, too much pressure. Give him some camera time. And then we got it. Who gets injured on kick block? Oh, now we got our own 4th down. 4th and 1. Keep it on the trenches here. White Lightning. Landon Sims. Trust the O-line. No speed burst until you get to the level. Great run. Third down. Coach calls slant right in the middle. Don't hate the player, hate the game. A tough grab. Quick grab. Needed grab. Drive continues into Utah State territory. Another third down, 3rd and inches. Let's just keep going with the tried, tested, and true. I like us and our matchup here in the trenches. Let's stay with it. I feel like we're getting 5 yards a tote. Now they're giving me the whole red zone drive to work. See what I can do, baby. Senecal gets a little bit of separation. Not a great ball. Could have let him. Throw a little bit of anticipation. He makes that grab. Probably drags that DB in the end zone. Go right back to him, though. Let him know that we can get back on the same page here. I mean, they have not made one... They haven't even sniffed the running back to make a TFL. Like, we're honestly... I'm just going to switch to a run. Until they make us not get 5 yards. Idiot! Guy's doing laps by himself after the game. Laps. Gassers. Oh, great block, 5. Yep. Right there to Ashlock. Not going to mess up. Goal to go. 4 down territory. Come on, O-line. Not even thinking about it. 4 down. Let's go throw. But the plan is maybe keep it with the quarterback. Oh, yeah. Not a true dual threat, but dual threating enough. I gotta figure out more taunts. I gotta get that play sheet of how to do more taunts. I gotta have more swag in my celebrations. Coming in on this 3rd down, trying to keep that momentum with the Hawaii Warriors. Still looking for... Do I have a sack yet? Hey, no, but I don't think I've yet to get at the quarterback, and we're almost halfway through the season. That's a good stop. Over to the 2nd quarter, we get a nice little opportunity here. 2nd and 6 in the red zone. Quick little flick of the wrist here to the running back. Stick, slants, top of the screen. Should be getting grabbed. Senecal in the middle. 3rd and goal. Lucky. Unreal, dude. Come on. Trench game was so good in the 1st quarter. So not good ever since. Boom! A lot of back and forth. Close out the 1st. 10-0 lead. Now in the 2nd half. On. Like, it's one of those things. I'm so glad all my O-lineman recruits don't want to join. This O-line's playing at such a high level. There we go. Barfield the speed. Oh, let's go. Break a couple ankles. Get a couple extra yards. Biggest run of the day, probably most explosive play of the day. I don't know if this is going to work. Probably a pretty terrible play call. I just want to get this to Senecal in the slot. Why do we keep like we gotta stand in the pocket. Might not exist for that long. But our tackles cannot improvise to save their lives. 3rd and goal. There we go, Senecal. We gotta bump these yards up. We gotta pad our yard stats, get this playing style grade up. Keep going. 17-0, not good enough. Okay, well, let's try our best not to blow this. 3rd and 6. Shall we try maybe a shot play? How about this at the 6? Go to the reliable. Sibs. 115 yards on the day for Landon Sims. One of the most underrated running backs in the nation. Go for it. Don't even think twice. Play action, bootleg, Senecal, Harris, quarterback keep. Another one. Keep it going. Foot on the throats. Ruthless. Aggression. We got Cena. Cool. We need to show that ruthless aggression. I'm doing the Costco guys. We bring the boom. Oh. Defense gives up garbage time score, but too little, too late. Probably didn't do a crazy amount to improve our playing style grade. A little frustrated. Our defense gave up all 21 of the points in the 4th quarter. That's just asking for a choke job. But all in all, decent performance. Needed that win. And right now we're playing like complimentary football. Our pass game is working. It's moving the chains. Our run game, Landon Sims is on fire. We're getting Davis as a dual threat. And anytime Barfield comes in the game, absolute change of pace. Nice, load up the coach. We get Regis Commit, the strongest player on our recruiting board, which is absolutely needed. He'd probably be the strongest player on our roster. He had 90 strength. That win, brain exposure, championship contender on the way up. While we have this influx of hours, while we try our best to get those grades, I think it's it's visits. We got campus lifestyle, playing time. Those are huge sells for coming to the University of Hawaii. So any player that's not like right there on a commit, ooh, Jaya is coming down to the wire. But luckily we do have him in for a visit first. I don't really want to bring the punter in on a visit. Let's just hit both these D tackles with some 25s. See if we can shore up that defensive line here sooner than later. I do think after this week, hopefully we get a couple more commits. We got to go into that second wave of recruiting. Interesting matchup here now. Week 8, we get the 5-1 Colorado State Rams. So record-wise, very impressive. Team-wise, This could be a quality win for the Rainbow Warriors. Get back to 500. All right, Road Dogs, 5-1. Colorado State thinks, especially with Colorado having no more Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Maybe it's their turn to become the premier team in Colorado, and it's our turn to play spoiler. That's the opening drive. We get a stop. Hell of an opening drive for our offense. 3rd down in close to the red zone here. Coach wants mesh on 3rd and 3. I like that. Good little easy throw. Yards after catch. Getting rhythm. Just smash it into Senecal, who will catch anything. He's pretty much Anquan Bolden for our offense. Throw it to him. Suicide ball, hospital ball, whatever you want to call it. He will go get it. That's what you get with Canadians. All right, not ideal. Big, what is it, 4th and... we got to... Okay, let's kick it. Here we go. On the road. I mean, it's not brutally fast. But I'm an old person, so this is +8 wind. Max power. Oh, yeah. I mean, we should have... 49. That should have just been a go for it. But defense does their job. We get another offensive opportunity. 3rd and 7. I think after our last field goal attempt, this could be 4 down. Let's send Ashlock deep. Keep an eye on that. Just in case there's a chance. PI. One had no chance to get there. Baits the DB and a PI. It's not an FL, so it's not going to go on the goal line. But it is 1st down. Move the chains. Sims, there we go. Look at that. Just run the football. It's easy. I think any recruit watching our run game thinks like, you know, everyone thinks Hawaii, air raid. If we just ran the ball every play, I think we'd win every game from here on out. Find a little bit of defense. 3rd and 5. Let's see what this Colorado State offense is about. How are you guys 5 and 1? Oh, my God. If Colorado State runs the football every time, they're going to win this game. A good run fit. Maybe a pick. I'll take any. I will take my first career sack or pick of the series. Desperate to get anything going on the defensive side of the ball. And we're not doing brutal. Like, it's just I get turnover on downs. I force punts. I don't get exciting defensive plays. Look at this. Shoot. What is that angle? Cut him if you have to. Third down, let's go. I hate defense, dude. I hate it. You got to do it, though. That's how we're not going to win every game. Because as long as I'm out there on defense, complete liability. You want to run the football? You want to throw the football? You want to do checkdowns? You want to beat me deep? You can beat me any way you want to. First and goal. Let's go, baby. Coach wants slants. I'm not cherry picking slants. It's what's getting called in on the headset. I'm a man that trusts Pat Phoenix, legendary coach. Let's go run game. Double teams up front. Easy. Does it. That's the only thing that's good. We're breaking even. Colorado State's as bad at run defense as I am bad at run defense. Advantage no one. Out of nothing. We get a third down opportunity here in the second half. 3rd and 5. We got stick. Okay. Go right at the chains. 4th and inches. Go for it. No, you let me go for this. Feed Sims. He's got 5 yards of carry. O-line's blocking their ass off. Look at that. Again. Easy does it. Not pretty. Not great for our play style where we need to get a lot more chunk plays to get those recruits back on our side. But at this point, let's just, get to win games. Especially when you're going against a 5-1 team on the road. Great opportunity here. Ooh, sticking on. Throw it right behind Senecal. For the love of God, can we lead him? So he can take that and run. 3rd and 4. I love that. Sims out wide. No, boom. Senecal, what a route. Great ID. Great ball. Great grab. Come on, defense. Don't let me go back on the sticks defensively. Do your job. You don't want me out there screwing it up for you. They give up 2 straight field goals. And now it's our turn to come in on 4th and 11 for a 49-yarder. Get to make amends. This one's a little bit more dead on. Come on. I swear I'm not that bad at these. Just got to get in the pocket. Boom! Fuck! Now I'm going to play defense. Keep them out from tying it. This is the worst case in, Ontario. Shout out Trailer Park Boys. Oh, which, they're oddly enough, the Trailer Park Boys are filming across the street from, well, not across the street, but like the main drag of where I live right now. Took my kid to swimming. Trailer Park Boys. Bubbles and Julian. In character. They like built like a weed shop or something. It's cool. I don't live in a trailer park also. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we just, you just play sticks. If they just want to nickel and dime it and take up all the time that's on the clock, it's not the end of the world. But we are still looking for the first big defensive play of the season. Die by the blitz here. Like, eventually, if we just blitz every play, surely we will get a 1 sack eventually. Like, go for the unnecessary PBU. Let's hawk that. Let's pick 6 that. Dial up another blitz here. They bring in Taylor. Starting middle linebacker, or Mike. Oh, let's go, Palmer. What a tackle. Doing the dirty work. Plays like that might have him get drafted late. Come on. Come on. It's nauseating. There's nothing. I don't know. There's no amount of ebooks that are saving this situation right now. Boom! How about that? I can play red zone run defense. That's about it. Come on, someone get the first. Let's get the first sack of the season. I mean, they got to get the 2-pointer. Are they going to let me play that? No. They missed it. They're going for the onside. I mean, we got plenty of time to worry about stepping up on defense. I think there's a user issue. I think there's clearly a talent on the field issue. And those two things combined make for the fact that we are now 8 games in and don't have a single sack or single pick. But we just went on the road, beat a 5-1 Colorado State team. We are back to a 500 record. From a yardage standpoint, nowhere near helping boost our recruits in that department. But I think after this, hopefully we get a couple more guys signed on. Sims with a great showing. Why do we have 15 rushes from our quarterback? Can't be having that. That's way too many. Had the fumble as well. But 77 yards, 2 touchdowns for Landon Sims. Very impressive showing there. Senecal gets his touchdown. Defense, like it's again, it's not even just me. Like the Sim, we are getting no sacks, no turnovers. It is not good. All right, so no progress made on the deal breaker. Still first place. No one signed, and now we're actually second on Ejaya. Wow, man, we're winning games. Shout out the piece. Landon Sims getting the Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week in the win. Man, we're so close on the commit for the 3 linemen, but we're what? We had to get D+, C- on all of those to get back in the, like, what are the odds that we're going to be able to do that before the end of the season? I think we just keep them there. There's no risk, you know. We're not going to have 38 total targets in this second wave. Very close on Harvin. Ramsey should sign anytime soon. I mean, the only player that there was, you know, regression on is Ejaya, but he's coming for a visit this week, and that could be enough to kind of close that gap there. But I think it is time now. Better late than never. Get into that second wave of recruiting. And I can tell you right now, absolutely #1 priority. We're looking for 3 stars that have nothing to do with playing style deal breakers. So as we start this second wave of recruiting for the second half of the season, one of the good news is 2 players that we've removed in Gussett and Ellington, 2 really nice corners that had a lot of good speed. Previously had deal breakers. I said, screw it. I don't want to deal with any of the playing style. Well, we actually have C+ right now. Our defense has turned it around. We're still the #1 team for these 2 players. Let's go right back into the race and try to lock them in and then deal with the playing style thing once they're already committed on our program. So I'm happy to have these guys back on board. How I'm going to look at the other positions, I don't know how many targets I'm going to kind of reload with, but it's going to be kind of the same rule of thumb. We're going to look for 3-star players. We're going to look to prioritize guys that we are still within their top 10. Ideally, they're still in the open stage, and I'm absolutely not dealing anymore outside of these corners with players with playing style deal breakers. All right, we're now back up to 34 targets, obviously with transfer portal in mind. Even if somehow, some way, all of these dudes are like, you know what, I'm buying in Hawaii. We're going to have to thin the list, but we just want to kind of see where we're at. Same parameters, top schools for the most part, playing time, looking for the A+, ideally, all at positions of need. Like, we're no way we're getting all of it, but if we could add maybe out of this even another 10 players, that would be pretty sick. There we go, we got another wave of Tahi. That was a deal breaker. It's open up. We got Zach Harvin. Oh, let's go. I don't think there's a chance players sign with the deal breakers. We get both of our top linebacker choices. How did we... I mean, you know, maybe just stick through the deal breakers. Lie through your teeth to get these guys. Do whatever it takes to get these guys to sign on and deal with the repercussions later. Off the bye week, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors are rested and ready for the battle for the dick. All right, over drive. Defense. Let's go. 3rd and 10. Still looking for the first sack of the season. Jackie Johnson III. Is it you? Oh, they just... No, actually, just... I am the great equalizer on defense. They need points. I allow them to equalize. They're down. Let's see if we can respond. Just quick, not outside enough. Got to get at least one rivalry win. In the battle for Dick. Come on, fellas. First sack of the year. Robinson. It's like an 82 overall. Not bad. Not shabby. Oh, let's go! What better time? Meeting at the quarterback. And it took week 10. But there's our first sack. Now we get a red zone opportunity. Let's go Barfield. Utilize that. Prolific speed. Break ankles all the way to the end zone. I say it every time he gets a carry, but you need to give him the ball more. All right, defense stops. A lot of not. Okay, 2-minute drill. Let's go to work. Let's go Ashlock deep ball. We need to dial this up. Oh, yeah, baby, baby. Rivalry game. We want the dick. It's coming home. That dick's coming home to Miami. Do we do it again? Do we just decide, hey, let's air raid on them? They do not have fast DBs. Throw it up. Sedical. Oh, that's a nice PBU there by 8. Again. Air raid. For Colt. Oh, we got an Ashlock at it again. It's not the best deep ball, but it's good enough. Rinse and repeat. The dick is coming home to Hawaii. Heisman. Sure. Third down. Kicking out the second half. Convincing lead, but points on this drive. And we are in cruise control. Probably takes us to the field goal range. Play defense. Defense has been playing well to that point. We give up the touchdown. It is now a one-score game. Our offense scores the points, and we get an opportunity to double up 2 straight tutties with a red zone opportunity. Ashlock has been our go-to today. Need the O-line to hold up on the play action to give us time, which they don't at all. Third and 8, field goal range. Points are points at this point, but it's a rivalry game for the dick. Run the score up. Well, let's go. Davis does it himself. Tucks and runs. And that's 35 on the big scoreboard for the good guys. Sweet pass to Sims. Get this blocked up, which we do very nicely. Gain of 9. Oh, you can't. You know what? I said I was going to throw 20 picks trying to force feed the ball to Sedical, the Canadian. That's probably our first one all year. Defense does their job off the turnover. Gives us another chance here in the red zone to add some garbage time points. Which, I mean, when you get blocked like that, take it to the house. Trick Daddy. Let's go. The battle for the dick. And Hawaii grinds and rides this one out to a very impressive victory. Ashlock, 3 catches, $165, 2 touchdowns. And we get our first piece of hardware on the season. Is there a trophy celebration for the Dick? The Dick Tomey Legacy game? Huh? No? There should. Nice, we just leveled our coach up, and we're sitting, and we're going to bank all of our coach credits until we get to level 10 so we can unlock Motivator. And we got Wellman, who again was a group with the linemen that had the deal breakers, and we're just winning the waiting game. Nice, with that win, improving our championship contender school grade. Elijah Palmer in the Battle of the Dick gets a Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week with his big interception. Because, of course, it wasn't me that got it. Still waiting on that. We tried going on Ajaya, who we've been at since the beginning, and I think we're going to lose the recruiting battle here. And that 50 hours can be spent better on our next big haul of potential targets. Because this is the issue with recruiting battle. I can only give him 50 hours, and they're saying give us more. And I'm saying even though we just got the Dick Trophy, I ain't got more to give you. I'm all the way in on Ajaya. I got no more. There's no more left. So we're going to cut our losses. The good news is I was able, a part of this kind of second recruiting cycle, to find another free safety in Alexander Malik, who looks, relatively decent, has A+ in playing time. So, it all kind of works out here. Now we look ahead at our Week 11 matchup against San Diego State, and it goes back to that argument. We have been able, as I'll move the webcam, look at the tail of the tape. We've been able to beat the teams we're supposed to beat, but any team that's been like marginally to a lot better than us have kind of handled us. So it's going to take a lot to upset San Diego State. At least we might get a little bit of magic being at home. All right. Love that. Awesome. Game's been in for 10 seconds, and we're already in our own red zone. Sick. Well, we got our first sack of the series last week, so let's see if we can build upon that. San Diego State running some no huddle here. 3rd and 4. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a sack. Oh, we got there too. Quick release from the quarterback. How much you can do there? Ooh, starting QB hurt on the play. That will be something to watch. Maybe the kind of advantage in RNG that we need. Let's rough this back up as well. Make him feel the pain. Make the quarterback beat us. Don't let him just say, screw it. We're going to run the football. Take away the run. And if we're going to lose, for as long as he's in the game, make it on the arm of the backup quarterback. And then we just got absolutely decleated. No chance. We're just not going to get any. Come on, offense. Give me a chance. I can get 7. No, I don't want to play defense right now. Give me. I can get 7. I can get you 7. Coach, I can get you 7, Coach. I don't want to play defense anymore, Coach. We get a touchdown on this drive. It's 1-score game, second half. Simple math, some might say. We have 1 timeout, so throw in the middle of the field. I have no timeouts, actually. Terrible. Great clock management. Outstanding job, C4. All right, second half starts. We get to come here on 3rd and short. Speed of Barfield, midfield. Decent up blocking. Keep the drive going. Red zone, yes, sir. Third and 1, 4 down territory. Gonna throw it because I think if we don't get this, we will run it up the gut. Ooh, that was risque. Inside zone. Bring in White Lightning, Sims. Keep this drive alive. Oh, no. Come on, fall forward. Can't keep bailing on defense. Got to do our job. Like when you play striker and when you're playing soccer, you know, every now and again you got to help on defense, even though you don't want to track back and you hate doing pointless runs, chasing down the goalie. You know he's going to pick it up, waste some time. You're still going to do the runs, even though you don't want to do it. And that's the equivalent right now here in college football 26 form. Fucking hate defense. Fourth down alert. Let's go. Shot play from our own 28. No steamboats given by the O-line. Well, I mean, it's just, we know what this is, dude. We can, you know, it's not a terrible spot to be year one with a one-star dynasty with a terrible roster. Just win the games you're supposed to win. And then eventually, you know, with our recruiting classes and such, we will be able to, you know, raise our team's floor and just maintain that. Beat the teams we're supposed to beat, but as we get better, we're going to be able to beat better teams. But right now, man, I can't figure out Heisman defense. It is, I'm just obviously not going to come in this fourth down. We'll just take our lumps on that one. I'll get it. Madden started out like this, and then eventually I found a pocket, and I was serviceable. That's all I need to do. I was like, I gotta get to serviceable at best. And right now, the thing that's stopping us from, you know, getting Hawaii ranked out of nowhere early is I have to play defense, and bad things happen when I have to do that. But, I mean, what an ass kicking. There we go, a couple more commits. We get Larry Rivero at defensive tackle. Some of these guys are slowing down. I thought we'd have a couple more commits by now. And with that loss, there we go. Our championship contender takes a hit. Even though there's not a single person on this roster that should have that as a deal breaker. You committed to Hawaii. You want to live in the paradise. You don't want to be here to win a natty. I'm working on it. And there's the third D tackle we were able to land this cycle. And we are first for almost every other player except Gassett, who is probably the number one player I want. 6'3", had good speed. And, okay. It's actually going to be the first time I can actually get into a recruiting battle, because I'm going to go boom, get rid of that, and I'm going to hit you right away with send the house. Can't hard sell. Let's see if this works. This might be our first legitimate recruiting battle win. But oh, look now, week 13, we have our first ranked opponent, UNLV at 8-2. To be honest, for the Island Showdown, UNLV was the runner-up for me for my first Dynasty series. It was either Hawaii or UNLV. Glad, I guess, I didn't go UNLV. Very good. And hopefully we can beat the fraud allegations, this time on the road. Now, UNLV have a very interesting player at quarterback. They got Alex Orji, who was the starting quarterback last year for Michigan. Very good athlete, very dangerous athlete. I'm going to be honest, I kind of hope we don't have to play a lot of defense. Like, he's got to run all over us. Let's see if we can do our best to make it a shootout. UNLV scores a field goal on their opening drive, and it is now 3rd and 8 for the good guys. We are in scoring range. I'd love to say, especially with the stadium pulse here, don't want to deal with that. The kicker that we would go for. Let's be aggressive here. Touchdown or bust type drive. And Senecal with a one-handed grab. Let me go for this. 34-yard field goal, no chance. We're going to go with a mesh. We're going to live and die by Yak. Senecal, yards after catch. He'll make the tough grab. Again, he's our Anquan Bolden. Boom, right there at the sticks. Beautiful. Got him good. Oh, come on. Maybe look at Harris. Senecal potentially. Don't want to... Those linebackers are 100% going to try to bait us to throw a pick. They're going to blitz. Okay, Senecal again. Tough grab. Gain of 9 and a bit. 30 inches. White lightning time. O-line, do your job. Get smashed. Move the chains. Great drive. Great response. The coach said C4. I'm going to give you a position here. Get the ball. Go on a drive. Get a lead. And we're going to reward the coach. Hopefully. Oh, come on. 4-down territory. Pull toss. Let's go. Not necessarily C4 special. I like to look at this play, though. Come on, dudes. Mesh. There we go. Coach wants mesh. I love it. Where's Senecal? Oh, he's at the top of the screen here. Might have to go Ashlock. Boom. Way too long. It's going to get... What's his flag? It's whole... I mean... Should have caught that. That should have been... This should have been a disallowed touchdown. Damn it. Oh, we got a hell of an opportunity. Red zone again. I cannot let my team down. Senecal tough. There we go. I mean, that was a problem. That last play on 4th down, Senecal was not the primary read. We should be up 14-3 right now. But I will take a lead. Oh, then they just insta-score. Great. Kick a big field goal. What do we got? 52-yarder. We have a better shot at getting all go. 52-yard max stadium pulse. My kicker has 77 kick power. Got him. Let's go, Ashlock. Woo! What a ball. That's probably our best ball all season long. Lead back with the Rainbow Warriors. What a throw. Pressure at his face. 6'2". Every bit of, 92 speed on full display. Oh, no. Alejado is in. But why? There was no injury report. I'm going to hope that this is due to, like, a stinger? Out for game, PCL strain. Okay. Backup quarterback has to step in. I assume that would say if it was going to be a longer-term injury. It would, it'd be longer than out for a game. Man, okay. Well, we got the scrambling ability of Alejado. That could work into our favor. Okay, so one timeout, so we get one more nice chunk play here, and then we take a couple shots. No Senecal again. Timeout. I mean, we could be going no huddle. I just, I just still think this is our plan. Just get there, and let's take some shots. Ashlock, Senecal. Ashlock has a step. Again, the deep ball is on point. UNLV has no answers to the throwback air raid that Hawaii is deploying right now. And Ashlock is uncoverable. This is the best UNLV team since freaking Randall Cunningham was there. And they're stunned that a backup quarterback is wheeling and dealing. All right, second half, up 11, and we're only getting offensive moments. This is a perfect storm. And the coach is calling up just money plays for us. Mesh again, no complaints. Oh, there's a missed opportunity. That should have been easy. A little bit more time from the O-line. That drive continues. UNLV is able to get 3 points. 2 straight scores. All the momentum has shifted. And now we got to on 1st and 10. Oh, at least they don't have originator at quarterback. Don't have to deal with that athlete. This is why I hate play. Wide open. Couldn't have been any easier. I am varsity difficulty for the CPU. It's great. Great confidence booster. Game's not over, though. 3rd and 7. Oh, my. Backup quarterback, you know. Davis makes that throw. Well, we got 3rd and 7. Next play mentality. Get a stop here. We get the ball back. 1-score game still. There we go. Great pursuit. And that will be a punt. Will we get an opportunity to come in on offense? I hope not just for this punt return. Just give me the sticks. 2-minute drive. Let me go win it with a dual threat quarterback. Stop giving me 3rd and long. That is a great punt. I mean, we got to try at least 1st down, deep threat. Oh, we can't call the audible. Okay. Moment missed. I'm working on it. Cool. We gotta do everything in our utilities. Look at that utility belt. And if it's cheese play, we ain't lactose intolerant. Go cynical again. High point that. Let's actually let the clock roll here. I feel like you don't want to score and then give UNLV a chance to go get field goal range, kick a game winner. We'll take this to overtime. Honestly, no, we got to get there first. I think you may know what we might do. What a throw on the run. Oh, that was... I mean, it does feel different with Alejado in at quarterback. More my style. Third and 10, just give me, you know, don't have to get all in one play. Just give me something. Ashlock, gain of 6, 4th and 4. Let's go something. Actually, I don't hate Z shallow here because we're going to have B run in close to the sticks. Running back, pass pro. Let's go Harris. You know, and I'm just going to rewind. What happened? Harris. Who the fuck is Harris? What are we doing on the money down? Going like, oh, let's just go to the guy that I haven't thrown the football to all season long. Yeah, that's going to work. We had him. Backup quarterback comes in. Hopefully not a long-term injury to Davis. I felt like we're the better team today. Damn it. Alejado comes in. Buck 75, 2 touchdowns, threw a pick. Had a couple, felt good scrambling, 75 yards from Sims. The pass game was on point. Ashlock, Senecal doing the job. Defensively, we were able to, from a Sims standpoint, force a turnover. Shout out Devin King. But this wasn't meant to be. And Dale Ramsey, the 3-star pass rusher to buy in. And, of course, out of the 3 deal-breaker guys that we've been waiting on, the one that's a gem, I mean, can't be too upset picking USC over Hawaii, but still annoying. And in our regular season finale, another rivalry game for Hawaii. They seemingly have a rivalry with absolutely every one of their opponents, which is kind of cool. Because rivalry games is something that you got to, believe it's architect in your coaching tree. You got to win 4 of them. We're working on it. Let's finish this with a win. With a win, we'll finish with more wins than the Hawaii Warriors team last year that we inherited. That was kind of our bare minimum accomplishment for this season. And if we get this win, it'd be our second rivalry win. So 2 pieces of hardware to kind of show off to represent this year 1. So in case we don't play a bowl game, let's enjoy the final walkout. Nick Sedical, the senior, star wide receiver, his final potential home game. Well, it is. Maybe the final thing for these fans to be able to watch him do what he does best. And probably 20-plus players that are going to either graduate and head towards the portal. I am preparing for a bloodbath. The transfer portal, I think, even with my modified sliders, is going to feel like the death penalty when all is said and done. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a good roll. Regardless, we got a packed house. They want to see the good guys win. And they want to see it start with a 43-yard field goal. Clear night. No pressure. My field goals has been on point. 8 wind. Not ideal. Oh, that's a good kick. Either it's great or it's ugly. There's no close. There's no gongs. There's no dink off the uprights. I either nail it or miss it by 50 yards. Ooh, interception. Davis is back. Healthy, recovered from his injury. Luckily, was not long-term. And boy, oh boy, this is Wyoming's run defense. Wasn't seeing that against UNLV. Ah, man, just a beast. Reach for the end zone, Sims. He should need 1 more play. Wants to pad his stats. It's his final go. Final home game. Let's ball. Every single guy, let's ball. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. The 3rd down. Love it. All offense. Thank you, lords, that are watching this. Thor. Zeus. Others. William Regal. Oh, that's a drop. Another 3rd down. Hey, the defense doing their job. Appreciate it. I mean, Wyoming at 6-5. Not a cupcake team. Not a pushover. It's a rivalry game. They're locked in. Our defense just a little bit more. And there is a hospital ball to Sedical. Awesome. Well, luckily, free healthcare in Canada. So, take advantage of that. All right, here we go. 53-yarder. Oh, it's going faster. Oh, money! Give me that! Woo! Let's go. So the people paid to see. Got a snap. Oh, what a ball. I hope he doesn't transfer. I want another year of Ashlock on this roster. We can do special things. Year 2 running it back. Davis Ashlock. We get an interception to start the second half. Again, really wish it was me, but we're trusting the moments. They're doing their job. And we could probably put this game away here with a touchdown. Bit of a... Oh, let's go! Let's go. First touchdown grab. He's just like, I'm going to put a highlight of the year. Put him on an absolute poster. Sativa. That's what I'm talking about. Okie Sativa. Was the grab. They got Maui Wowie and the Gatorades. He's like, I'm just going to leap this guy. Not an overly impressive leap, but got the job done. That's a 1-star prestige leap right there. Oh, we have been money here today. We need that to continue. I think that's good again. I'm not gonna gloat too much. It's not a road game. We're in perfect conditions. Still gotta make them. Wyoming is desperate. 4th and 11. Deep in their territory, and they are going for it. We already know what's gonna happen. Game just rewarded them. It's like, oh, he's actually gonna try to use her here. Oh, there we go, first pick! Jalen Smith, the linebacker. We got one. Took me 10 weeks to get my first sack and the final game to get my first pick, but we got it. You gotta start somewhere. Oh, man. Thank you, Wyoming. You're not Josh Allen. Jalen Smith. There goes Senecal. Run it up. Down. Senecal. Final play of the regular season. Final play of this legendary Canadian's Hawaii career. Can we get him one more touchdown? Yes, we can! Senecal! Oh, Canada. Right in your face! Hell yeah, man. Second rivalry game win of the year. Bowl game pending. But we are 500 record in the regular season. 4 touchdown performance from Davis for the freshman. What I get in the portal. Getting in from UCLA, the former 4-star. And we just had fun here today. 246 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Run game, you know, both these guys got a little bit of a showcase. Sims picked up an injury. I need to go check that out because, again, I don't 6 wins. The 6 wins in the Mountain West get you bowl game eligible. We get the 2 touchdowns for Senecal. Ashlag with a touchdown. We have the leaping touchdown from the tight end. And defensively, they showed up in the secondary. Only got 1 sack, but we got 4 picks on the day. We're now level 9, so we are 1 level away from getting to that level 10, which is our goal. And I'm hoping by the end of this offseason, maybe, again, if we get a bowl game, we can hit that level 10. The good news is we're able to bump school tradition and championship contender up a little bit. The bad news, we miss out on 2 players. We're left high and dry trying to find a safety, and my number 1 target on the board, Monty Gossett, we lose out on the recruiting battle. Oh, I wanted him. We're at the stage of the beginning of the offseason where we can manage our coaching staff, and I don't necessarily think I'm going to be too hard pressed, at least at this stage, because our OC here has Motivator, which is what we're trying to work towards anyway. So we're getting the XP boost here for wide receivers and tight ends. We're going to hopefully get maybe a chance here that the fast running back's not going to transfer. Barfield, which would be huge. We have off-season training boost for our skill position players. So there are some buffs by having him. I'm not going to just outright say there's not a chance to look for something a little bit better. I think we're actually going to do that here with the OC. See if we can do a little bit better. Sorry, Jacob Johnson. You were going to reflect how bad I was on defense. You're out of here. Kate Klubnik ends up winning the Heisman with 41 touchdowns. Yeah, kind of possible to happen in real life. Very good player. Let's go. They put Hawaii in a bowl game. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl against North Texas. For our defensive coordinator, I like to look at Carl Lemurier. We got motivator and recruiter, so it's kind of doubling up on the 2 aspects that I really kind of want to min-max right now at this point in time of this dynasty rebuild. So I think we're going to offer him. If it doesn't work out, there are a couple other options that were definitely serviceable, but he is our number 1 target. Now, we're not looking, but it's always good to feel wanted. In Eastern Michigan, Max Crosby want Pat Phoenix. No, thank you. On early National Signing Day, we're at 22 of 35 targets, so that still gives us a lot of room depending on what the transfer portal is going to give us. I do hate, and I'm annoyed that we still have this many players that could potentially spill over into, you know, when we want to be using those hours on transfer portal players only. So I would say looking at Laporta at center, Trueblood at guard, Cribbs at wide receiver, and Ellington at corner as well as the punter. If we can get these guys that are right there to commit before the offseason starts, that'd be a big win. Let's finish this thing up with a bowl win. Evenly matched opponent, North Texas against Hawaii. Last time, this exact team will be together. A chance to finish with 7 wins on the season. 2 wins improved from a year ago. 7-6 is, I think, for a 1-star prestige program, good record. Great base for year 1. All right, opening drive. 3rd down, great. That's 3rd and goal. Awesome. Well, we got our first pick in the last game of the season. So confidence is an all-time high for something good to happen on the defense here today. That's a great TFL on 4th and goal. Defense bends, does not break, and holds into a field goal. And now we get a red zone opportunity late in the first quarter. We're getting just blown assignments. Probably should have thrown that one away a little bit better. Let's get some of that yardage back. Quick throw to the tight end. They're going to give it to us. 3rd and 9. Davis already has thrown a pick. So he's looking, he's a freshman. Freshman in his first bowl game. There's got to be nerves. We need to be like this guy, though. Just, every time those nerves pick up, just think about that guy. 3rd and 9. Senecal on the slant. Slant cheese. Yes, please. Lead him. Tough grab. 4th and 1. You know what it do. Quick timeout. North Texas. What? Simply despise their defense that they have. Let's just run it right at them. It's also Sim's final game before he goes and becomes a great member of society. Let's let him get a little bit of love here. Untouched into the end zone. And that's something we're going to remember next year. Again, you think Colt Brennan, air raid, passing. When we've needed to run the football, we've been able to do it. 3rd down, make a stop. Love play. Let's go. Defense. Hey, at least it's 3rd and 7, and we're not in the red zone. Oh, we're going to clamp this guy up. I'm going to play a little corner. Maybe that's what I need to do. I got to start playing corner. Oh, almost picked it off. Maybe that's the play. Is it meta to play corner when you're playing defense? 3rd down. Double slant. Coach called it. We'll run it. Watch that linebacker. Oh. Field goal? 45-yarder. Crazy wind, but it's going to assist us. Oh, money. Is it early? I mean, we haven't done any of the crazy. Like, I've seen the memes. Like, when you're in, like, a, LSU trying to make a kick and it's going insane. Like, I need to hit a couple of those before I say I'm the best kicker in college football 26 on YouTube. I just need the opportunity to prove it. Well, with that being said, there's also a legit chance that I am also the worst defense guy on YouTube. Great TFL there. And you know what? I'm learning a rough lesson. That if I back them like sim that, like, oh, drive's done, they'll just as easily go for it. And not, we don't get the satisfaction of holding them to a field goal attempt. So we're going to sit here, we're going to watch it. 10-6 ball game. Ooh, big field goal. 47 yards. Yes, sir. Love the trust in the coach that I can nail this. Boom. Oh, money. Oh, here we go. Defense again. All right. Back and forth. Wearing all the hats. We currently play without a defensive coordinator because ours is looking for a job somewhere right now. Probably at Denny's. Waffle House. 3rd and 6. They're going for it. Come on. How will you have that path to the quarterback and we don't get there? All right, motherfucker! I can't do it. I got. 4th and 4, come on. Don't make me swear. Don't make me swear. Make me PG. Gotta be PG friendly. Maybe we'll get to meet Tim Tebow in interviews if I'm and stuff. And, you know, if I'm PG friendly. Oh. Oh. How are you gonna make me swear? Why are you gonna make me feel this way? I want to play football. PG friendly. Oh God. All right, here we do work here. Finally, back on off. Feels like it's been forever. Go for it. Nope. Too much to ask. I mean, a bowl game win is maybe that's just too much to ask. What is that angle? It's just like a magnet was sucking us off the playing field. Do I got like lag on my like really bad controller drift here that's causing all this? Can I blame it on that, please? At least I would explain some of the mishaps we're seeing on defense. Come on, 3rd and 2. Get off the field. I'm furious. Should have a... Well. Just, I mean, across the board, we're not even really getting many offensive plays. Like, it's just, we're getting outplayed. This team was happy winning the final game at home. And then everyone else is getting ready for their future career path. Fenway Bowl. What is that? This is one that's in the baseball place. Take me out to the ball game. Brutal, dude. I'm hoping we can get 10 4-stars on defense. Maybe that's what we need. That's what the doctor ordered. Well, Carl, please fix my defense. At the end of the season, we finished with increase to our coach stability, but a downgrade in coach prestige and athletic facilities. Coach prestige is a somewhat common deal breaker, so that sucks. Your national champion, led by the Heisman-winning Cade Klubnik, is Clemson. Looking at who made it, man, I'm telling you, Duke and Sim are constantly going on legit runs. SMU makes it again. Tulane makes it again. Couple dogs. Obviously, South Carolina, super overpowered. But it doesn't look like anyone was even remotely close to stopping Clemson this year. For Hawaii, we come 7th in the Mountain West, 4-4 in conference play. And at least we can say, I mean, we beat Wyoming. And almost probably should have beat UNLV. Going through award voting, we have 2 players that get nominated. Lucas Borrow, the punter, comes in 7th for the Ray Guy Award, which goes to Punter of the Year. And we have Brandon White at wide receiver is number 3 in Returner of the Year. As for All-Americans, first team All-American in the Mountain West, Palmer, Manuma, and Borrow make it first team. For the second team, Senecal at wide receiver, absolutely deserved. And for freshman, Davis at quarterback, we get Manuma at right tackle. Not saying automatic depth trade would be pretty cool if we can get some depth trades, but of course, in Manuma's case, got that freaking annoying playing style deal breaker. He could be headed towards the portal. So take a look at our final regular season stats. Demarius Davis, 2,700 yards, 21 touchdowns to 8 picks. You know, not a light the world on fire type showcase, but I think for a freshman quarterback with the roster and talent that we have around him, that's not bad. Now we have Alejado here, who I love having as a backup option. Deal breaker could be tough to retain him sometime in the transfer portal. Running the ball, Sims as a senior, White Lightning, just under 1,000 yards rushing. Had the double-digit touchdowns, 13 runs at 20-plus yards, 33 break tackles. Awesome player for us. Barfield, the speedster. I'd love for him now to be, RB1 next year and utilize that speed, but he's another player that likely with that pro potential deal breaker is headed towards the transfer portal. Receiving Senecal, the Canadian legend. 900 yards, 11 touchdowns. What a way to cap off his career. Ashlock, I was worried he was going to dip the junior. 800 yards, 10 touchdowns, double digits, but we have a playing time deal breaker, so he should run it back in return for his senior season. Maybe not so lucky with Jackson Harris, our third guy. 500 yards, only 1 touchdown with a rough deal breaker there. Also, shout out to Salavea with the hurdle touchdown being his only tutty all year. Pretty awesome. How many sacks did we give up? Honestly, not that bad. Surprised the setter is on the hook. Usually setter gives up the least, but I was expecting these odds to be a lot worse. Defensively, Manuma was all over the place. 112 tackles, 8 TFLs, and a pick. But something you're going to notice, look at this senior, junior, who's almost certainly transferring with that F Pro potential. Senior. All of our players on the defense that we already are not satisfied with, they're going to be gone. So we are going to have a good opportunity, especially if the transfer portal falls our way, to just completely overhaul this defense in an offseason, which is, I think, what we need. Because, 15 TFLs, 4 sacks, leading the room is not good. We have got to find a way to get more sacks. We have got to find a way to force more turnovers. But I will say, out of all, the potential situations and guys that can leave in the portal, one guy I would love to return would be Elijah Palmer, the 83 junior. But that F Pro potential deal breaker is going to be a tough sway. Also, shout out to the special teams kicker. Matsuzawa from Tokyo was money, the senior. And we have one of the best punters in the nation. One of the best return man in the nation here as well with Brandon White. So now it's time to look at the port. Well, okay, Senecal's gone. I don't think we're going to have anyone drafted, which, not surprising. But for anybody that might have been skeptical, C4, why aren't you just running default transfer portal sliders? You know what I'm saying? Because, look, even with it being modified to make it a little more realistic, maybe a little more forgiving, all 20 of our 20 potential players have been selected, and we only have 2 persuasion opportunities. Brutal. But honestly, when we look at the reasons, we're kind of, weeding out. We don't need bench warmers being like, let's get some championship contender going here. Even though in Carvalho's choice, he's an impact dev freshman. I'm honestly kind of feeling like we need to do, let's go Hail Mary here. Alejado would be nice, but, that makes sense. Let's go. Extremely low. Did we just risk it, no biscuit? Let's do it. Palmer, Our top, come on. And then we got Barfield, our speedy running back. Damn, absolute bloodbath. Losing 20 players. 47 players total are gone. There we go. With the mass exodus, we're going to get hopefully a couple guys signed here that we aren't going to have to, focus out. We got one. Now looking at our recruiting board, pre-transfer portal, still have a couple players. Man, come on, dude. Imagine just getting the punter locked in without having to waste any hours. We're so close. We got Ellington. We got a running back and a 6'4", speedy wide receiver. But unfortunately, with our coach prestige dropping, we have 4 players that look like locks that are now leaning towards nay. Now, much like the linemen, where we just kind of left them on the board, and maybe they'll still sign on and buy into the project, we will do that for now. But obviously, if we need to free up some spots for transfer portal targets, we will do so. Now, hold our breath. What kind of players are interested in Hawaii in the transfer portal? Do we have any 4s? Any 5s? Now, I'm going to also say, because I showcased in my transfer portal sliders, knocking it from 55 down to 50, my exact reasoning was you're still going to have big-name players that hit the portal, but it's like half of which, if you had this at 55, there's a chance that you'd see Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, Lenore Sellers, Arch Manning in here, and I found that, just kind of modifying it a little bit, you still get the big-name players, but not as many unrealistic ones. Any 4-stars? Want to come to Hawaii? No. Ugh, damn it. Looking at our board post-transfer portal, for the most part, it'd be fun. I mean, we only have 3 stars, so we're not going to have much in terms of name value. I'm looking for players that are position of need, that are giving us A+ in playing time, which is going to give us the easiest, cheapest indicator of whether or not they're going to be an upgrade on our roster. We got Raleek Brown, who I remember actually during a recruiting cycle, he was like a top 5 running back for his position. He'd be a 1-year rental. I'd like to bring in 2 running backs. We got Puka Nakua's brother, Ty Nakua. I mean, that story just writes itself. A+ playing time as well. We got Kane and Avocado. They're all A+. If there's a tiebreaker, I want the underclassmen. Give me the guys that I'm potentially going to be able to get 2-3 seasons out of. Also trying my best to avoid the playing style deal breaker. Got a tight end, got a couple dudes here across the offensive line, a couple key pieces here in the secondary. Some very, very fast linebackers. I remember Charles Ross is one of the fastest linebackers in the game, the LSU transfer. So that would be quite the get. And here's the kind of fun one. I don't know. We're 4th right now at Quincy Porter, who was a 4-star recruit in the 2024 recruiting cycle from Ohio State. I mean, it's a long shot, but why not, man? Let's got to get someone that's like a true headliner of the class. Good news is we get some of our kind of holdover recruits signed. We get our punter Passignon done. For all of our initial wave of transfer portal, we are 1st place, including Quincy Porter, the former 5-star. Now, the margins have never been thinner. We are very stretched thin budget-wise, but we have to just, the top of the top, bring them in for visits. So we're going to get Quincy Porter there. We get the A+ in a playing time, which is going to be huge, I think. All right, here we go. Should be the first big roll of our transfer portal players. And we get, Ellington was part of our carryover. No, dude, come on. Too many guys going into the final day. I mean, there's not much we could do with our hours. We're pretty much locked in. Set out another 4 visits. Let's see, drum roll. We get Deshaun Reeder, 3-star running back. We get Puka Nakua's brother. Let's go. From a pure entertainment storyline standpoint. Sick. We got Bryce Kane. I believe he's from Auburn. We got Luke Belenko from Oklahoma. He's probably going to be a day 1 start for us at right tackle. Proving the offensive line. Harrison Jackson from Tennessee. We get Devon Keys from LSU at linebacker. Charles Ross from LSU at linebacker, very fast. And we get the former 5-star Quincy Porter. Rencart, who's a holdover. Bess is a holdover from our initial class. We got Raleek Brown, We're getting everybody. The tight end, Thurman, probably a day one starter for us as well. Grows at linebacker. Everybody is buying in to the Hawaii project. The NIL has not let us down. Zaquan Bryan, we get Kendall Jackson. I think we missed one corner. Look at that cleanup, and we missed. Okay, we lost a safety. And we get our level 10, so we're going to be able to get Motivator. We're our coach. But who are the cowards that decided not to buy it? We missed out on 2. We lost the Camber at safety, and there's a wide open potential starting spot at safety, so that sucks. And we missed out on Ryan Nimblett, who I'm pretty sure is very, very fast to North Texas. So it's a numbers game where we end up with 31 3-star recruits, which gives us the number 60 class in the nation. 2 players we missed from a dev trait standpoint. Nimblett was a star dev corner, and DeCambra was an impact dev safety. I really wish we got that corner. But let's see how we did at face value for this class. Quincy Porter, the former 5-star star dev trait at wide receiver. With the returning Ashlock, everywhere else is wide open at wide out. We get Elijah Groves, star dev linebacker. Jackson, star dev, and look at the classes. Freshman with good deal breakers. Charles Ross, impact dev. Keynes with a impact dev. Brian, impact dev. Harrison Jackson on the O-line, impact. Impact on Get There. Impact on Balenko. Impact on Thurman. Acevedo, normal. Kane with a star dev at wideout. 5'10", $160. So he's kind of built like he's going to be fast. Nakua, only a normal. Raleek Brown is a star dev, and Reader an impact dev. So outstanding work by us. I would say the only thing that's a disappointment is we may have been able to min-max things a little bit more so we get a full 35 targets. And with the sheer amount of players that we just lost to the portal and to graduation, I think a full 35 would have been a perfect scenario. But overall, I mean, we did work in the transfer portal. Now let's take a look at our initial high school recruiting class. Would love to see, can we get an elite? A sneaky 3-star elite dev. Whoa, we get him with best first player. Swear to God, I didn't know. Man, I was throwing 5 hours at him, like almost non-existent, and we get the elite dev role on a 3-star. That is sick. Impacts are kind of normal for the most part. Star dev on Daryl Ramsey, the pass rusher, 6'2", 276. Normal, impact, normal. Our 2 gems. We got Oscar Reese and Mendez, just an impact. But there we go. We have an outstanding transfer portal. We turn over the roster, and I said, I want it. Can we sneak in one guy with an elite dev? And that is exactly what we get in Ty Bess. And while we're here, because we just leveled up Pat Fetus, we're going to be able to unlock Motivator for 20 points. We have 36 to invest within the tree. Now, to decide which direction we want to go, I think purely we need to look at this from a value standpoint. I mean, we're going to work our way down to get tier 3 in all of them, but how are we going to prioritize things? Do we go with quarterback, most important position? But, you know, we feel pretty good about Davis as our quarterback. We know he's pretty close to his skill caps. We're not going to get a huge bonus there. But when you look at, like, where did we invest? We invested at wide receiver. We invest, you know, the trenches is all. I think we got to go trenches. We'll go trenches first because the offensive line needs to be better. I think looking at the state of our roster, skill position probably will be the next step. We'll go skill position tier 3 and then just work our way through the defense. D-line, secondary, linebackers, all are going to get some TLC, and we'll finish up with running backs and quarterbacks. Now, before we have training camp or anything like that, let's see where our state of our roster is. Davis, 79. You know, I don't know what his ceiling, probably 82, 83 before he's maxed out his skill caps. You know, maybe from a roster standpoint, could have added a third, you know, another quarterback into the mix. I think we're fine with 2 as long as we don't just get smashed with injuries. What is with the deal breakers here a little bit? We got some not great deal breakers, but look at the speed. Raleek Brown, 95 speed, 97 acceleration. I don't really care about his deal breaker. He's gonna be one and done. Yes, sir. Deshaun Reader. Freshman, we're going to have to work on that freaking playing style. Look at the juice he has. 93 speed, 95 acceleration. Could have better agility. Carrying at 72 is kind of concerning. So he's really, at this point, just a really good athlete. But we like athletes. We like speed. At wide receiver, we bring in Quincy Porter, the star dev, former 5. There's no way that's glitch. There's no, he's a 5-star. Google it. Relatively, decent skill caps as well. I'm not expecting him to be able to be like 99 speed or anything like that, but we still have a ways to go with his hands. His route running can get better. His elusiveness can get better. So sky's the limit for the former 5-star. Acevedo brings some nice juice. I don't know what this, again, we're going to be finding out these skill caps together, but 93 speed, 94 acceleration, decent skill caps and ways to go in terms of development for his hands and route running. We're also able to land Mr. Nakua, 71 overall. Not a great rating. Thought maybe a chance it'd be higher, but I mean, just for the memes. Brutal skill caps, though, for Puka's brother. But he's going to be here. We're probably going to talk about him a lot because he's Puka's brother. And we get Bryce Kane from Auburn. He comes in with a star dev and very fast. 92 speed, 95 acceleration. Huge way to go on his hands. 74 catching is pretty low. His route running, not ideal skill caps by any means. But in terms of now having guys that can get on the other end of the shot plays, we certainly have it. Oscar Reese, probably our best actual recruit. He is a 66. And I said I would check to see, will they show all his stats? Will they show his throw power? No, they won't. Okay, whatever. Tight end, we bring in Thurman in the portal, 72. He also has some relatively, he's small at 225 for a tight end, but 84 speed, 88 acceleration. Let's peep the skill caps here because he's a freshman. He should hopefully be here for a while. Ugh. Not great. Offensive line. Where are we at? We got, coming in at center, Harvin. So pretty much everybody that we got in our recruiting class, our 3-star, they're going to be in the 60s. Which is unfortunate. We got to move some guys around here. We got 73 on Ginther. We got 70 on Jackson. Trueblood is part of that recruiting class. Rankart, Wellman, all these guys are part. We'll shuffle them across the offensive line to find a little bit more balance. Balenko at right tackle. Day 1 starter for us. The junior is a 76. Defensively, we got Ramsey. Had one of the better dev traits, the star dev from our 3 stars. Let's make sure and take a gander at these skill caps. Why won't it let me look? At your skill cap, sir. Come on! For some reason wouldn't let me look. It's a mystery. I love the mystery. We have Mendez. So it won't let me look at the skill of these, of my freshmen? Is that something? Was that something that was broken down? Really nice skill caps here for Kendall Jackson. Pass rusher. Maybe could be a little bit faster. Speed's kind of been the buzzword for everyone from the portal. Ty Bess, our elite dev D tackle, 67. He's going to start right away. Linebacking core. We got Keys. Oh, yeah. Devon Keys. 76 overall. Don't love the deal. It's not a brutal deal breaker. C+. And he comes in. That's plenty of speed for a linebacker. 85 speed, 90 acceleration. Still can go up a couple skill caps. I like the fact there's a lot of room for growth for his pass coverage ability. Shockey Pineda from the recruiting class. High 60s as well. We got Groves, 75. What do we got here? Star dev trait on the 3-star. We got 87 speed, but 95 acceleration, 80 zone coverage, 83 pursuit, see ball, get ball, 95 acceleration. That's going to be up there for the top linebackers in this game. We got Charles Ross coming over from LSU. More speed as well. 93 speed, 95 acceleration. Now, in his case, he's kind of built like a safety, 212 pounds, kind of a niche player. But we're going to have fun with it. Hopefully that speed shows up. We had to make the defense better. We get Zaquan Bryan from Minnesota, I believe. He is an 80 overall. So he walks in immediately as corner 1 for the team. Okay. Nice. And then lastly, kind of looking at our safety room. Just, seen better days. But, 79 punter! Hell yeah. Probably one of the highest rated true freshmen. And he's coming to Hawaii. And his name's Legend Passagnon. So it's time to do a little bit before and after. Before we go and upgrade some of these guys through training, we are 66s across the board, which is lower than where we started last year, but our roster was so depleted from the transfer portal and graduating class, This is not going to be where we're at. Prediction time, I think we definitely will be in the 70s. I'm guessing 70. I think we're going to be like a mix of 70, 71, 72s. Overall, 71 is my prediction. Let's get into some of our notable training camp upgrades, and then we'll just auto-upgrade the team. First, we got to start with the starting quarterback, Davis. I mean, I think with that 65, start with power. We gotta put him in the gym. He got to get on the mech sups. With that upgrade, that's kind of the house rules, I think, in my opinion, right? Because you could just spend all your points, like, right, I'm just gonna give him the biggest cannon I possibly can, and you just avoid the, spending the big investments to work your way through the physicals. But at the end of the day, physicals are, I don't know, there's a debate to be had if they're as important or more important than ratings. I think you're probably getting pretty close to a break even there. But, I mean, we might as well just cheese it and max out his throw power here to 97. And then we'll go double points to accuracy. And it is going to take him to an 83. And I think with one more point to accuracy, one more point to IQ, and we can work kind of on his dual threadiness. I mean, his ceiling is probably 86, 87. You can win with that. For our running backs, we're able to add some nice speed here. Brings up Raleek Brown to an 82 and Reader to an 75. But with Reader, we're able to get +3 speed and acceleration already to an electrifying player. And we have that in spades with Raleek Brown, 95 speed, 98 acceleration. So we get some nice upgrades to bring NOOOOOO up to a 77. But we have two players that we have more than we can handle in terms of points here. 66 for the star dev, Bryce Kane. I want to start and make sure and see where his physicals are at. Nothing quite yet. So with him, we absolutely have got to invest in his hands, especially when these are only costing 1 point. Like, let's get him until it starts costing 3. There we go, 84. Let's bump his route running until it starts costing 3, which is fine. I mean, he's kind of, I don't really need to. We'll get 1 quickness just cuz, and it didn't even bump up his speed or acceleration. I think we got to just keep working on his hands. 85 catching is good. Obviously, the carrying kind of brings it down. He could be in line for like a gadget roll. But let's max out his route running here. That should take him to a 77. And then just because we have the points, we'll go speed. There we go. 93 speed, 96 acceleration. Not too worried about power. I mean, it does come down to the fact, do we want to utilize him as like a utility guy? Because if that's the case, I mean, you're not really going to be too upset investing into hands. Because, I mean, it's just going to, we got 91 catching there. And I think it'd just be easiest now to kind of cheese. Okay, 78. Outstanding growth. Spent a couple points here on Thurman, who unfortunately his skill caps were not the best. Like, he's pretty much tapped out as a 78 freshman, which just kind of is what it is. Not much as well on the offensive line. Ginther, we're able to, really see some gains there. Same with Jackson, but Jackson is essentially at his skill cap right now at 74. So you see +14, like for awareness and stuff. Very limited, but Ginther has a lot of potential to be a very special lineman for us. Like, I'm seeing for sure future draft pick. Same with Polanco. As a junior, pretty close to his skill caps, but he finishes as an 83. We're able to take him up from a 79 or 78, I think it was. Defensively, Jackson, bring him up to a 77. Able to get +2 to his speed and acceleration, which should help, but a huge +10 to his power move. And working his way now on his abilities, which I think makes the most sense there. A couple of nice upgrades for our linebackers, bringing Keys up to an 85. Wasn't really able, he's already had a skill cap for speed and acceleration. Couldn't make him any freakier in that department. We have a couple nice upgrades here for our linebackers. So Charles Ross, again, unique body type. Could probably move him to safety if we ever needed to. But I think we, we're good on speed. I don't think we're going to really notice if he's that much faster, but we sure are going to notice if he holds up better in coverage. So we are going to max out his pass coverage here. And then we'll see with 9, can we have any physicals? We can get house call, improves INT, zone fatigue. I like this one. Improve movement. Boom. Let's go. In zone defense. I mean, we just need our linebackers to stop being complete liabilities in coverage. And hopefully we're upgrading Ross the right way here. Rose is another player. Got a lot of speed and athleticism. But let's have that equate on the field. Got his coverage up. Actually, with that, we could probably... yeah, same kind of... Let's go, robber. Let's go. Give me the best. Oh, could almost get a plat, baby. Why not? Why not? You know, we don't... Not everyone has to follow the exact same path, the exact same method. He's looking pretty good here. Pull up his IQ up to an 80. Feel real good about this linebacking core. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, you took our fastest wide receivers, fastest overall players on our team. Our linebackers this year are faster than our fastest players were last season. Got 38 points here for Zaquan Bryan. So I think with that, let's just show some TLC here between the man and zone coverages. I'll be zone up to an 81. Any physicals we can unlock? Not yet. So let's, yeah, let's just, boom. Boom. We tend to play a little more zone than man. So we'll max that out and brings him up to an 84 overall. Pretty much replaces the corner that we lost in the portal, Palmer. But I saved the best for last. The former 5-star that's incorrectly listed as a 3. We know he's a 5 from Ohio State. Quincy Porter has 95 points available. And the skill caps are not brutal. We're going to be able to do some work there. So I don't want to go too crazy. Let's hit him with 1 speed. Especially when hands only cost 4. So let's go. Let's max out hands and see if that gives us any physicals we can work on. There we go. Improved jump ball. It only costs 2 points, so that's not the end of the world. Let's go, especially 2 points for route running. Absolutely. Help that out a little bit. Let's make it up to an 85. Does that give us some more thresholds that we can unlock? Not yet. I mean, what else? Hit stick, truck, 94. I mean, the spec catch, is that the only way we can get it with... Oh, we're maxed out there. I mean, now we might as well just max out the speed. Put some points here in elusiveness, making that much more difficult. And open space gives them the 92 agility, which you love to see. And we'll get... Is this what I've been looking for? Yeah, okay. Get some... No. I think abilities, I mean, he's just got to make him that much crazier. What a get in the portal as we invest. You know, we'll do the logical thing. We'll do awareness, right? Brings him up to an 88. But I mean, we might, at this point, just keep on keeping on. We are going to have one of the best players in all of college football. A 90 overall wideout. Left Ohio. I mean, Pat Phoenix does it again. So now we're all done. Dust is settled. We're 66 still. Let's see where it jumps up. My prediction was 71. Close, 72. We have a 71 offense, 74 defense. It's progress. It raises the floor because this team last year beat the teams we were supposed to beat, struggle against the big dogs. Keep that. We can work with that. Let's just keep raising our floor so the teams that we should beat becomes greater, and we've done that with this offseason, with this recruiting class, and through the portal. Now, it's still far too early to pull the trigger. I'd like to get your guys' feedback as we get ready here to wrap up episode 1. Should the plan be to move Hawaii out of the Mountain West as we get better? Or do you want this to kind of be a real where we dominate the Mountain West and we make the playoff like Boise State does? I mean, like, again, it's just happened, so it's not like it's a unrealistic, impossible scenario that a Mountain West team can make the college football playoff and go on a run. But, you know, there's always the Pac-12 hanging out there. I'm leaning towards, because of the success we saw with Boise State, it can be done here, so why not just do it? But I'm open to suggestions. So there you go, fellas. That is how we're going to wrap up episode 1 of the first season of our college football 26 Dynasty Rebuild series of the Hawaii Warriors. I am so excited to get in and have some fun with all of these new players. We got speed. We got a fun team. I think we now have the team that could go out there and surprise a lot of folks. So I hope you guys are enjoying this style of video. It's the first time, again, I kind of took inspiration from other Dynasty series that work. And logically, to me, it makes sense because the fact of the matter is this. Cupcake schools are so difficult to try to follow like the traditional rebuild format. Because in our head as a content creator, you never want the rebuilds to be much longer, like 2 hours as your cap. You're making freaking movies at that point. It's so hard, even just in the discrepancy for how hard it is to take a cupcake school team to a national championship from college football 25 to 26 with the challenges and difficulties and the deal breakers. It's tough. So I feel like, in my opinion, from a content standpoint, for college football 26, when we have these cupcake teams, the 1-2-star rebuilds, I think this type of series where it's long form, season per episode type video, it's more conducive to these rebuilds. And then when we're rebuilding like kind of like the fun 3 and 4 stars teams that, you know, like Florida, like Vandy, where it's like it's somewhat reasonable and attainable, that school has the basis that it's going to take a rebuild, but not a complete freaking school transformation. Those will still be kind of in our one-shot rebuild, 5 years, whatever type videos. So I feel like a mix between these long form and short form rebuilds based off of the difficulty of school and challenge that we're taking is going to be our best path forward. But I'm going to be very excited looking at the feedback from this style of video for the first time on the channel. If it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We're getting pretty close to 180,000 subscribers here on the channel. It'll be a nice little cool milestone to hit sooner than later. If you like this series, you want to see more in this style, hit that like button, comment for the algo. It helps with the video, helps with the discoverability. It's all I ask for, as this channel, the biggest rival you're going to get is my channel versus the YouTube robots and the YouTube algorithm. So anything you guys can do in return that can help me out with that, that's all I look for in return. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Won't be too long before we're back with episode 2. And until that time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out, love ya, have a good one.